Hello, welcome to another episode of the one and only fantastic 5-star rated on iTunes podcast, the D&D show. My name's Lukey Baby 86, or just Luke is fine. I'm your dungeon master and co-host. With me tonight is James Bly.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Lisa Horton.
Hello.
Gavin Bourne.
Good evening.
And Sean Francis Lee.
That's my mum's name.
I nearly said my last name then. I panicked. Oh, yeah.
Good.
Luke, tell me, what were those wonderful, wonderful sounds I just heard?
Those superbly wonderful orchestrated sounds that you just heard was our new theme tune. It's been on the podcast, past couple of episodes already. First time we use it on the live stream. It is a reimagining, or what's the word for it? I don't know.
Rip off.
So basically, we've talked about it before. James is a musical genius. Why he's not famous, I don't know. And he has taken our original theme tune that was written by the 8-bits kind of sounding one that was written by my brother-in-law, Lewis S.W. Gale. And here he's redone it with the BBC Sounds app that we talked about a few weeks ago. And isn't it beautiful? Isn't it lovely? It's sexy.
Lovely.
Yeah. So there we go. If anybody wants some orchestral stuff, maybe James might make it for you if you pay him well enough. I don't know.
Yeah, if you're special or not.
If you're special, I don't know. Otherwise, I think we discussed it before. You can fill out some kind of survey, can't you, and get this sound pack for free.
Yeah, basically you fill out a survey and they send it to you in 14 days.
Yeah.
Or you can pay £50, but in 14 days you can wait.
Yeah, exactly.
Off.
Especially in today's day and age.
To get into it anyway, as a starting, there are limitations to it, but for starting app, it's brilliant.
Yeah. No, it's really cool. And hopefully, in the next few weeks or so, we'll have some nice some more sounds that you've written, kind of battle sounds you're working on at the moment as well. But we'll see. We'll see. Of course, if you want to hear this stuff, you're only going to get it on the podcast. Those of you who do tune in week after week live, as much as we do appreciate you wholeheartedly, you miss out on all of that stuff because you get the raw. You get the raw crap that we kind of... The shit. You get to listen to me burping down the mic when everyone else gets it. Cool. The other new thing, I should have mentioned it last recording actually, is we now have a Discord server as well, just for us and you lot and our fans and anybody that wants to join it. Get in touch on the old Twitter or something like that. Let us know and we'll send you a link. I did originally kind of just like put out a link which you could use infinite amount of times and put it out there, but then some random person joined and I was like, oh hi, thanks for joining, who are you? And then they just spammed us with loads of adverts for hentai porn and I was like, all right, okay, bye.
Well, they found my instructions.
I was sorely disappointed when my bank account was emptied.
So yeah, that's cool. And there's a lot of people in there. Pretty much all the people on the chat tune in. Lecky Macon's on there, and I know Lucaru's on there. Flak38 is on there. These people, like so it's great. A couple of other people who listen to the podcast, the DM Dad or something who I chat to on Twitter is in there. So yeah, it's great. We're building a nice little community. And once there's enough of you, we're going to start charging you money into Patreon. So
You are welcome.
You're welcome. Cool. What else has happened?
Well, what else is happening?
The mushroom exhibition opens to rapturous
That's still going.
crowds of people.
Go on, is it?
It's
I haven't
still
missed
on.
it yet then.
Are many people going though? Is it popular?
No.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what the actual numbers are, but I popped my head in there the other day. There was about 3 or 4 people in there. So
Probably because there's
You
not
just
mushroom in there.
Just go in the entrance. You just go in the entrance, do mushrooms, and then hallucinate the rest.
I would, if that was it, I'd be there. Don't worry about that. I'd be like, yeah, I'll be in there every day.
Is it? In like
Just tripping my tits off.
5 years' time, when we're famous, we're still going to be making mushroom jokes. Dear. Cool.
Wait till one of us plays a mushroom.
Well,
Yeah.
Is that a wild shape option?
yeah.
Mushroom or something.
I only ever did mushrooms one time, like in my youth, back when it was legal to buy. You used to be able to go down Camden Market in London, just go in the shop, pick them out of a fridge and buy them. And yeah, I
You
didn't.
take 3 leaves back, you used to get a free box.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
right.
brilliant.
Yeah.
Recycling.
And I remember a lot of the evening. I remember me and a couple of friends who were there, like sitting in our garden, off our faces just until the sun rose, just talking absolute bollocks. While one of my mate's girlfriends at the time sat in the living room for some reason, just watching Monsters Inc. I don't know why.
We done the whole of Star Wars trilogy once.
Did
on
you?
them. Like, that was amazing. That was me and Chaz. And
we started off the evening watching. It was when Team Police, Team America came out. That's how long ago it was. And we watched it. I had it on the Pirate DVD, and we watched it, and it was the bizarrest time. And like I said, later on when we were all really, really high, my mate's girlfriend was just watching Monsters Inc. She was relatively sober. I think if I remember rightly, she was possibly taking something else, but she wasn't on the shrooms. And we kept on going in cinema, and the movie just went on forever. And I kept on saying to her, "Have you just been watching this film on repeat over?" Because I swear you've been watching this film all fucking night.
When I was in.
I've done it.
It's just the DVD menu.
I've only done it the one time as well, and we went to Caister on this really, really shitty shitty caravan site, and we literally dropped these mushrooms, went down to the beach, and threw little rocks at big rocks and laughed, and that was the whole time. That was it.
That was like a great time.
I see both your mushroom stories.
Go on.
Raise you mine.
Oh god.
As it always starts, first time and only time I've ever done them. College trip with Lisa to Amsterdam.
Nice.
I was 16, just turned, I think. Took half a box, and we all went for a wander. I got lost, started tripping shit, wandered into the red light district, and this big hooker just like banging on her window. It scared me so much because she was all sorts of rainbow colours as well. I sat down in front of her doorway and cried for an hour.
Well, I'll tell you one time, I can beat you all on that. One time when we were on acid. Well, actually, it probably
notice James's story didn't say the only time I've done.
No, yeah. This was just 2 days ago.
Yeah, worst thing, we were in Portsmouth and we were wandering through. We'd just done acid a couple of hours ago, and we found this phone, and it was ringing on the floor, and it was the most freakiest thing in the world, and it just said "mum" on it. And it was like we're all looking at this phone, like, "Oh my god, whose mum is it?" I mean, like, which one of us is getting a call from beyond the grave? You know?
So nondescript.
Yeah, and then once we answered the phone, like literally 3 cars of people came to pick this phone up from us on some street corner. And it was like literally like being invaded. It was almost like the whole army got out of these cars. It was so crazy. It all happened like in a split second, and then they were gone.
Was it like one of those little minis and loads of clowns got out? Just like one after the other.
And yeah, just I couldn't keep track of what was happening. So it was like, oh man, there's loads of people getting out of them cars.
They're all called Mum.
Yeah, none of them were a female. So,
Are you my mummy?
Nice. Lisa?
Never done mushrooms.
Good girl. Well done. Talking about Amsterdam though, like I've been to Amsterdam once. I don't know if you were there or not.
I've been
sure.
too many times.
I only ever went once, and it was the strangest fucking thing on ever, because it was year 9. So if you're in America, I don't know if it's grade 9 or what, but in school, in secondary school, high school. So we were like 14, and there was a school trip to Amsterdam for what fucking educational purpose I do not know.
The teachers wanted to get wasted.
It was completely. I remember we went to a zoo, and we went to Anne Frank's obviously, and we went to a clog factory. But otherwise, it just seems like, why the fuck are we here? Like, this is just the most random school trip for a bunch of 14-year-olds.
Like almost the most racist and stereotypical itinerary for a trip. It's like, where are we going to Amsterdam? Clog factory? Anne Frank's house.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. And on the way, we'll go and get some tulips.
It was mental, yeah.
On a bike.
Bring your own
and smoke some weed.
Blatantly just so the teachers could have a jolly on and get paid for it. Absolutely.
That was solely like our college trip. Just, we went to a jazz bar. It wasn't really a jazz bar. It was a weird weekend, that was. Scott was there, actually, funny enough.
Yeah, I imagine he was, yeah.
For all you listeners who know Scott.
Oh, it's been with Scott, our good mate Scott. Yeah. Okay. Right.
Dragons.
One very quick thing, just before. Oh no, fuck it. We'll do that later. Fuck it, doesn't matter. Cool. Gonna play some D&D then, I suppose.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So, where are we? What's been going on? Basically, we left off. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because I fill you guys in and treat you. Story so far. We've been playing now for like 16 weeks or something like that. You know, pretty much. We had, apart from a little break to play some Call of Cthulhu, but yeah, we've been playing for ages. And in that time, about 4 days have transpired in-game. You start off in Neverwinter. You all know each other. You've all done some odd jobs with each other before. And you've got a common contact, Gundren Rockseeker. And he basically, small job, all I need you to do is take this caravan of supplies down to the Phandalin. That's it, job done. When you're down there, we can discuss future work. I've got this mine, maybe we can help you out in the mine, maybe there's going to be some more adventure work, whatever. That's about it, really. And then on the way, you discover an ambush site. Lo and behold, it's Gundren's horse. You work out he's been kidnapped. You go, see if you can track him down. He's missing, he's not there. You kill loads of goblins, but you do find his bodyguard and friend, Sildar Hallwinter. You rescue him. Get back to Phandalin, and then we can just skip over that part, basically. You're just looking for Gundren. You find that he's in this place called Cragmaw Castle, but you don't know where it is. You do some investigation work. You find some old druid read-off. He tells you where this place can be found, and everyone's like, look, it's going to be overrun with goblins. Be really bloody careful, but I tell you what, you'll be doing the whole land a favour if you take these goblins out. You find the place, sneak in through the back door, SAS style, kill everyone. You just fucking obliterate the place. It was a bit tasty for Pock, though. You nearly went down. But you did it. You well done. You know, you used up a few potions, burnt all your spells out.
Thanks.
And then you have you get back and you bar yourself in the room. You wake up Gundren and you find out what shit's going on. He is really injured. It's been like 3 or 4 days since he's been missing. He's beaten. He's bruised. He mechanically has 5 levels of exhaustion. He cannot even stand up, and he needs a proper cleric to see to him, and he needs bed rest, lots of bed rest, before he's going to be fit to do anything. You manage to catch another doppelganger, and you interrogate her. She tells you more information about the black spider. She tells you that they already know where the mine is. The black spider's already at the mine. All they were doing was trying to tie off all the loose ends to make sure that nobody else stopped him. Nobody else found him. Nobody else kind of got there and stopped him. But you guys have created some problems. And you're like, well, where can we find him? She's out in the mine. But if he wants you, he'll find you. Ooh, yeah. Scary. So you kill her, really. No, she didn't really have much more use. So you do kind of just kill her. And then you kind of finish looking around. You find some shit. I gave you one of those bottomless bag things, whatever they're called. You find some equipment, a sword, I believe, a short sword, and a suit of chainmail, which you deduce once belonged to Sildar Hallwinter. Must be his gear. You also find a room filled with weapons, and with this fine-looking quarterstaff in there. Ooh, what does that do? And then you think, well, we better, before we go, we have kind of told people we're going to clear this place out. So there's one last room that we need to check just to make sure that the place is clear and that they're not going to come back and bite us in the arse. You open the door. Helps if I'm on the right page. Da, 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 da. And before you'll see... There's one of the corner rooms. If you remember rightly, this entire castle is really strangely built. It's lots of towers. It's not no square rooms or walls. It's just tower next to tower next to tower. It's all crumbling down and dilapidated. It's thousands of years old, which has been whatever the word is, taken over by these goblins. So all of the walls throughout the place are all crumbling down. But this particular room was barred off. And when you open it up, you see how the upper floors of this tower had collapsed. Am I reading the right script? I am. Collapsed to create a hollow silo, which is at least 30 feet high. It's really dark in there. The arrow slits, where they've been open in all the other rooms, they're all shut in this room. It's very dark. The upper reaches of the room, completely lost in shadows. All you've got is to guide you is the light coming through the door. Dust, rubble, broken glass cover the floor. Bones. Lots of skeleton bones. And old work tables and bookshelves lay strewn to the south of this room. In the middle of the room is a big, hulking beast that looks like a mangy bear with an owl's head. It rears up and roars when it sees you. What do you
Shut the fucking door.
do?
Yeah, fair play. It's what, sorry, mate?
Rip the blinds off the windows. Because it probably don't like light, does it?
That's a good shout.
I don't know if you see that. Do you see that?
Yeah, he's all cute.
Isn't he cute?
He's
Oh,
quite
lovely
cute.
Owlbear. Oh. It's huge. It's a large creature. Massive. Mathis, as my kids used to say. Mathis.
Do we know anything about this creature? Can I do a
do some kind of nature check.
okay? I don't know what my nature is. Oh, it's all right. No, 3.
You have never seen one of these before.
How about Pock? He's
Yeah,
a nature
He's
guy.
a nature guy.
As a
Maybe.
wolf, though, is that possible?
Well, I mean, you won't be able to tell anyone about it, but yeah.
Okay, I'd just like to know myself. That is an 18.
Okay. Oh, right, you have to look at the bloody
It's dead.
monster manual. Monster manual. Page.
It just says it's a bear, but its head is
249.
an owl.
Okay, let's have a look. Scholars have long debated the origins of the owlbear. The most common theory is that a demented wizard created the first specimen by crossing a giant owl with a bear. However, venerable elves claim to have known these creatures for thousands of years, and some Fae insist that owlbears have always existed in the Feywild. They're more intelligent than most animals. They're very difficult to tame. However, with enough time, food and luck, an intelligent creature can train an owlbear to recognise it as a master.
Whoa.
Sound effects in the background here.
You've got one there.
Got
That's Pock trying to explain to us.
yeah.
Yeah.
People of remote frontier settlements have succeeded at racing owlbears. Yeah. I mean, basically, it's what's called a monstrosity. So it's not a beast. Unfortunately, Pock, you won't ever be able to wild shape into one of these because it's not a beast. It's a monstrosity. So basically, it was created by dark magics and stuff. Is basically hunts at night, hooting and screeching to declare its territory. There's there's a lot of gumph in there. They're big, they're tough, and they are tough. Nothing you probably can't handle. You've got a bit of time. It's the light blinds it for a second, and it launches up and screeches. That's a perfect example of what it does. And it starts to come out at the room. You've got a split second to make a decision whether you want to try and fight it, try and run. What do you want to do?
Shut the door. Shut the fucking door. Brace it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, is it light where we are?
Yes, in your room, there's light coming through the window, and there's a fire in there as well through the arrow slits. It's dark in the room. The only light you've got is what's coming through your room into its room. Right, so if you're going to try and bolt the door, we're going to have to see who acts first then.
I'll go for it.
Well,
I nearly went for it.
it means that
Well,
we're
because
going to...
I closed the door.
Well, it'll be initiative.
Oh, fair enough.
Oh, okay.
3.
One moment.
Sorry, I've still got the initiative tracker filled up from last week. Let me just
I
clear
don't want
it.
to say what I just rolled.
2 seconds. Remove all turns. Clear.
No.
18.
18.
Yeah.
Am I putting all these in for you? Put in your own numbers.
Yeah.
Mine's blank, but
Yeah,
I can
mine's
just
blank.
tell you that if it's...
Yeah. And I'm not getting a map yet. I don't know if we're supposed to be.
You should.
Yeah, I've not got
Oh.
anything.
We're all on the first page.
Oh, you're on the first page. My
Yeah.
bad, guys. That's why you were saying, oh, I can't see anything. Okay.
That's his impression of us.
Pretty much. pretty
Alright,
adequate, I thought.
Oh,
Is it flanked?
rabble, rabble, rabble.
Does it have a dick?
Does it have a dick? Is it flanked? Have I got advantage?
Oh god, we all rolled well shit.
I rolled a natural 1.
Wow.
Okay, so we've got.
I've got to change mine.
Well,
Yeah.
even the thing, Owlbear face thing, like rolled shit. So
Yeah.
It did actually, yeah. To be fair,
Yeah.
no, I didn't look at stats. I don't know if it gets a dexterity
Bear
bonus. I
rolled
didn't look.
18, didn't it?
Well, yeah, it gets one more.
Okay.
Boom! Makes all the difference. Burr with an 18.
7. Mm-hmm.
You got. Why have you got 18? What did you roll?
I rolled 12 and I've got
yeah.
6 plus 6 for my
Yeah,
initiative.
because you've got that
Shit.
thingy-majiggy. Yeah. Okay, well, 2 of you did roll better. So, yeah, if you're going to try and do something like bolting the door, it's who can get to the door first. So, and
Can
it's
you just throw a bolt at the door?
Yeah.
so it'll be an action to run up and
Right.
close the door. It will be another action to pick up the wooden plank from the floor and try and bolt it.
Okay.
So, Burr,
Yes.
it's your go.
Right. So I need to just run, slam the door shut.
Slam and door shut.
Yeah.
That's your action.
Yeah.
It's not locked. If remember, it's like it was bolted
Yeah,
shut with like a wooden plank, you know.
Yeah. So I want to slam the door shut, pick up the plank, and
So the moment you're pushing the door shut, Pock, you're a wolf. What the fuck are you gonna do?
I'm just gonna go and put all my weight on the door
Okay,
as an action.
okay. It's the owlbear's turn. It's gonna slam into the door. It'll be a contested strength check.
Yeah, boy.
There's 2 of you, so whoever's got the highest strength, probably Pock in the wolf form, can roll with advantage.
As in the big number or the plus number?
The plus number.
Yes, it's always the plus. To you.
Oh, okay. Plus
Yeah.
3. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
I'm assuming that your +3 strength's probably more than Gav's.
shit. Mine's
Burr's.
-1.
Yeah, so you can roll with
Oh, okay.
advantage because Burr's helping you. No, I don't imagine he's doing much.
19, 20, 22.
That's a very good roll. Do you want to know what strength score the owlbear's got?
21.
Probably loads.
It's got a 20, which gives it a plus.
Ooh.
Which gives it a +5. So it's got +5 to my roll. Do you want to know what I rolled?
What'd you roll?
An 18,
Oh.
23.
Oh.
So this owlbear barges into the door,
Fuck.
pushing it wide open. You 2 step back. It is. I'm going to push you both one back. Don't worry about the fact that technically you're standing on a fire pit. As you both get pushed back by this owlbear. And it's going to step through. It can move some distance. Fight music.
Never mind, James. I've got
All
it
right, James.
I'll sample that.
All right. It is going to charge through you both. As it does so, it will make an attack at the first thing in its way, I think.
That'd be me.
Yeah, Pock. What's your AC, son?
15.
15. So it is going to hit you with a 23. Let me just write down this note so I don't have to keep on going back to its character sheet. This is the kind of stuff that you can cut out of the podcast, you know, all the silent stuff. Oh, it does loads of damage.
Ugh.
Don't sound so happy.
Well, I'm disappointed I didn't get to kill Pock before, so I have to go with.
This is just bloodlust now.
This is
You
it.
see it with running, walking.
If we
through,
defeat the
picking up-
owlbear, he's going to be like, you turn a corner, there's a fucking dragon.
Okay. So it swings at you with its claws, doing 13 points of damage.
Ooh.
What's that put you on?
11.
11. Oh, okay. It's then going to move. So it can't actually get past all of you. So it's going to have to attack you again because it can't barge past.
It's
So it makes a second attack with its beak. Fuck me. Rolling a 25.
ugh.
Jesus.
Right.
Oh, I get to roll
Do
some
I have-
I'm
d8s.
going down.
Have
Why the
nothing.
fuck did we
Ah.
open that door? We
I love
knew
the
it
way
was
we
alright.
took
something
the
dodgy in
safe
there.
one. But, yeah.
So I rolled 2 d8s. A 4, a 2. It's a 6 plus 5 for 11.
Oh,
So I'm on 0.
Pock goes down unconscious. It's then going to take.
No, Bird does.
Sorry,
Bird.
Burr goes down
Don't
unconscious.
put me through it again,
It
mate.
will
Jesus.
take a step forward and occupy that space there, but it's blocked, and it's frantic. It's like a scared dog, like when you're trying to catch a dog and they're trying to run around. It's trying to get. You can tell. In fact, everybody roll me an insight. Who's still left standing?
Um,
19.
In fact, yeah, because sorry, 19. That's fine.
12, yeah.
12. Yeah, so it looks like a scared animal. It's looking past you. It's not even really looking at you. You're just in its way, and it's trying to. It looks like it's trying to get out.
Oh,
Millicent, you're up.
okay. I would like to just step back and gesture in a kind of surrendery way to the owlbear. Like, head down, get out of its way.
Crocodile Dundee style.
Yeah.
You're hidden underneath Pock. You're hidden underneath Pock on the map.
Oh, he's a giant.
But
Dark
that's where you are. I don't think I can get you because you're underneath Pock. But you're right next to a door.
Oh, okay. I'll go through that door.
I think that might be the way it's heading.
Maybe.
Oh no, there's another door up top, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a curtain there.
Remember, you've got like.
Well, I don't know that it knows the way out. So I'm gonna go through that door and sort of tuck myself around the side, leaving the door open.
Okay.
So even if I'm giving it an escape route, that's fine. I just want it to get out of this sort of. Yeah.
You just do you want
that's
to
the
like
idea.
ready an action or something like if you're attacked or something like that?
Can I do that though? Because it would be.
So you can ready.
Yeah, I'll keep my sword out.
All you've done is made a movement. So you've still got an action. So you can use your action to to ready an attack. All you need to do is say what the trigger will be, and then what will happen. So you can have, if something attacks me, I will then attack it back. That way, if it just runs past you and ignores you, fine.
Cool. That's what I wanted to be sure of.
Yeah.
Then if something attacks me, I will attack it back.
There you go. Okay. Scapes. You rolled quite high on your insight as well. So again, you get the feeling, that it's just a scared animal.
Yeah, and it wants out. Okay, well, I'm literally going to dive for cover in here, just behind Millicent, and literally prepare myself in case it attacks.
Okay.
Same thing. That's all I'm going to do because I'm scared.
Well, that's fine.
And it's scared.
So same as Millicent. Go through that door, stand next to her, shield up, sword ready. If if it tries to eat me, I'll fight to the death. But otherwise, give it space. Okay. Burr, can you make me a death saving throw?
Yeah, what do I do for that?
Just roll a d20. You just got to get 10 or higher.
2.
On your character sheet, you'll see near your hit points, you've got death saving throws, you've got success and failure. Can you please mark one circle for under failure?
Yeah.
It's unlikely to happen right here, but basically,
Don't do it, Gav.
if you get 3 failures before you get 3 successes, you're dead. You're dead.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Pock,
Am I right in thinking this creature can move?
what did you roll on your insight before?
Oh god, it's about a 12e. I rolled a 9. Plus 2 or 3,
Okay.
11 or 12 around that.
So, what number are you setting on? 12?
Okay. Sorry, I rolled a 9, and it's a plus 3. Yeah, 12.
Okay. I'm going to make a roll. If I beat your 12, then you are also too aware that this is what this animal wants. It wants to get out.
Okay, fair enough.
Do you know what?
It's fucking 12, isn't it?
Do you know what I rolled?
Natural 20.
Yes, I rolled a natural 20.
Oh.
So I think that, like, I don't know, something about being a wolf. You're ferocious. You want it. You've got the brain still, but you're like, you can't quite tell. It just smells. The smell's overpowering you. So it's really, but I mean, like, at the same time, they've just ran through the door, and they left the door open. Seems a bit strange. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, like me, does it move through a 5-foot square?
Yeah. So large creatures can move through 5 foot, but to fight, they need to be able to control a 10 foot.
So if I move a tad to my left, it would have enough room to exit, and I won't be leaving its space.
Or you can go through the door like everyone else did. You can.
Oh, okay.
Back up.
I kind of, at the same time, don't want to leave Burr on his own. I want to give it room to get out. At the same time, I don't want to leave Burr to it, just in case it just goes for him again. And no one's in the room.
Get out of the way.
Shall I get out of the way, yeah?
Get out of the way, yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I think in all fairness, despite my dice roll, actually, I don't really think that makes much sense. I think, it's you didn't roll too well compared to the other two, but I think you would know. I think certainly by the fact that they've ran off and they probably have screams, let it out or something. I don't know.
I will. I'll follow suit and plonk myself there.
Okay. Right. Cool. Similarly, I suppose, ready in attack just in case.
Yeah. If it attacks anyone, then we'll have it.
So it runs out of there, runs past you, doesn't notice the first two as but there's this big fucking wolf. It's still in front of it and it's gnarling and lashing its teeth and stuff. It is going to take a swing at Pock. A 10. No, sorry. 12.
14. It's a miss.
And over 20 with the bite. 13 points of damage.
I missed. I've got a 14 armor class.
No, yeah, I rolled an 18 and then over 20.
Sorry.
Yeah,
okay.
Then plus 18 plus 7. So it charges out.
How much damage?
So the damage is 9 plus 5.
Oh, okay.
14.
Shit, okay.
My original maths was shit. Yeah, 14.
I thought you said 14 plus 7. I was like, fucking hell.
No. Yeah, to hit. So to hit was an 18 plus 7, and then the damage was 14.
Cracking.
So yeah, it's running past you, basically. Okay, and as you're standing in front of it, like a warning shot, as it runs past you, it bites at you. It has attacked you, so if you've got that readied action, you can attack it back.
Yes, please.
Do it.
Oh. Yeah. Is this wise? Okay.
Don't have to. You can cancel your readied action.
Yeah, I will actually. I'll let it go.
Yeah. And then it runs past you.
Okay.
Technically, it's left your area. So again, you'd get an attack of opportunity if you wanted as well.
I will hold fire.
Okay, so it's run past the curtains. It smells the fresh air. I think the curtains are probably open anyway. It sees the sunlight and it's running. Technically, Millicent, it's your turn. What are you doing? Are you going to let it run?
I'm going to let it run.
Let it run.
John Wayne it.
I'm going to go back round to Burr.
That's fine. We'll come out of combat then. If you're just going to let it run, it just runs off and you never see it again.
It was worth opening that door.
Yeah, sorry about that, mate. Turns out that's the black spider.
Healing potion help there at all? If I pour it in his gob.
Yeah, sort him out, wouldn't it? A healing potion.
I mean, he's not dead yet. You can.
He's not yet dead. He's not dead.
I think I'm
chuck the
pretty
healing
sure
potion
that you can I'm pretty sure you can chuck a healing potion down.
You absolutely can throw a healing potion down his neck.
I think you can also do a medicine check to stabilize someone if you don't have.
You can
stop them doing. That's the thing, right? You can stop them doing saving throws.
I've played it in the past, not on this stream, on this game, but I have played in the past that yes, you can. However,
I don't know if that's the rules as written.
Yeah, I think you need to have a first aid kit to be able to do it. I think that's what the first aid kit does as an item of equipment, is that it allows you to stabilise.
Right.
I'm sure the chat stream will correct me on that one. Let someone look that up.
Well, either way, we're going to pour a potion down his gullet.
Yeah. Bird, you want? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give him my one. Then.
Yeah, what do I roll for that?
So healing potion 2d4 plus 2.
D4. 1. That's a 1. And a 4. So 5 plus 2, 7.
7 all in all.
Yep.
There we go. What do you say to each other?
Fucking hell.
Yeah, that was a fucking laugh, wasn't it? Jeez.
Thank God you're okay, Burr.
It'd take more than a fucking owlbear to kill me.
You know it, brother. And I just punch him in the dick. Little friendly punch in the dick.
Oh, cheers, mate.
So what's the crack? What are you doing?
Back to
have a look in that
pick
room.
up Gundren and off to.
I mean, after all that, you're not going to look in the room?
Yeah, no, fair play.
Yeah, don't we want to.
There's going to be nothing in there.
It would be a big part of Owlbear shit.
Yeah, we might as well go and have a look through the Owlbear guano.
Let's see, it's in the compendium. Give me 2 seconds, and let's have a look at this healer's kit. So Flak,
I'm just going to duck
Flak
out for a
30
sec.
says it's an insta-stabilise at 0. Okay, somebone here, Frothy DV. I don't recognise your name. Thanks for joining us. I haven't said hello to everyone yet, but we have got the again, Lucaru's in there, Flak 30, Lekimakon, Psych Unsent, all in there, which is fantastic. So stabilising someone can be done with a DC 10 medicine check, a healer's kit, the spare the dying cantrip, or a healing spell ability. Any creature who gains HP, such as by a healing spell, lay on hands, or who is administered a potion of healing, instantly regains consciousness. The unconsciousness ends if you regain any hit points from and that's from page 197 of the player's handbook. So there you go. So you can make a DC 10 medicine check to stabilise, apparently. But there you go.
Cool.
Thanks, Bern. We've got a PHB wiki in the chat.
Yeah, thank you very much, Frothy DV. And he says hi. I have a little picture of a bunny by the looks. Nice to meet you.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us. Cool. All right. So this room, as you can see and I'll explain to you, it looks like was possibly once a library or workshop or something once upon a time. It's bookshelves. All the books are all kind of destroyed. There is an upper level, and you may see there's also a door. A door there. A door.
Can I check the upper level, please?
Okay. So there's no obvious way of getting up there just yet, but I mean you could maybe stack some of these benches up on top of each other. As I said earlier on, it's dust and rubble. The floor is littered with skeletons and bones, basically. Not even skeletons, bones. There is a half-eaten corpse, all mauled up. Basically, the limbs are all but gone. The torso all scratched up. The head looks a bit scratched. However, whoever's in the room having a look around, if you could roll me some kind of intelligence check to see whether you recognise the person. If you've got a proficiency in a skill that you think will apply.
Investigation?
Yeah, investigation, maybe.
I'm perception wisdom.
23.
Lovely. You're fairly certain that this looks like the annoying guy from Game of Thrones who is Daenerys, whatever her name is, the dragon lady.
I've never seen Game of Thrones.
I've
not seen it.
The guy who's also in... No?
Yeah, the guy who's always following her around. He's a fucking little
the one that's
shit.
always following her around with the puppy dog eyes. It all turns to stone and stuff.
Mormont, was it something Mormont?
Yeah.
Just
Who remembers?
Luke, I rolled a 27. Can I have a reference from like Community or Spaced? Or...
Yeah.
I'll IMDb him and tell you exactly what he's been in. Okay. Now,
His name's Ian something, isn't
if
it?
you can remember episode 1, then you'll know exactly who it is I'm talking about.
I wasn't there.
Annoying guy.
Yeah,
in
it's
episode,
Sildar.
No. Annoying
Sildar's the guy you're talking about, isn't it?
No, it's Sildar.
No, we left him in the village. We left him.
What's
What?
he playing at?
is it Sildar?
No, Sildar's
Sildar,
not
yeah.
in the village.
Ian
Sildar.
Glenn.
Yeah, Ian Glenn.
Wait.
Yeah.
let the DM confirm.
He was
this
the
shit.
bad guy in the Resident Evil films. Like, worked
Yes.
for Umbrella.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
this guy isn't.
He
Ian.
plays
Wait,
Bruce
wait.
Wayne in Titans, which was the worst casting ever.
I know who Ian Glenn is.
Yes. And he, in the movie adaptation of the D&D show, Season 1, Lost Mines of Phandelver, is also credited on IMDb as playing Sildar Hallwinter.
Whoa.
I think what's left of this guy is Sildar.
Wait. Does that mean the Sildar we spoke to was a doppelganger?
He was a freaking doppelganger.
It might be. Oopsie.
Did I say we
wait.
should have made him cut his hand?
I think so.
Whisper at the call.
I
Right.
bet,
'Cause I
yeah.
swear we did.
I'm sure we checked for. Wait.
Doppelgangers back then.
Shit.
What was that? We're not. Where? When we found Sildar
How long's
in
this
the
guy?
village, we checked. Did we? No, maybe we didn't.
How long's
I'm
this guy?
sure we
Ah.
did. He was at the
Because this could be the same Sildar who was in the village. So is how? Has
Yeah,
he been-
unless he followed us.
Yeah.
Can I? Not that I met. Have I
If you
met
make
Sildar
some
as a
kind of
wolf?
medicine
James-
check, you might be able to
Let James
determine
figure
how
out.
long
a
it's
what
been
check?
dead.
What check?
Some kind of if you're proficient in medicine, I will allow you to make a check to determine how.
I've got +1 in medicine.
No.
Medicine.
Can I intimidate it?
Who's got?
I'm proficient in medicine.
If I roll a 20 on an intimidation check, will I get it?
Intimidate the corpse to come back to life and talk to you.
I rolled
I've-
18 with proficiency in medicine.
What did you roll?
18.
Okay, so let's count days. I said earlier on, as you've been going for about 4 days, haven't you? So let's have a look. You left Neverwinter.
Okay.
You left
Yeah.
Neverwinter. It was a 2.5-day travel and to Phandalin. You spent about 2 days in Phandalin, here or there. You then did a 2-day travel to Thundertree, a day and a half back down here. So it's been 7 days in the Forgotten Realms since the start of this adventure. So it's only been like 5 days since you've met Pock. You would deduce by the colour of this skin that's left and the smell that this body has probably been dead 3 or 4 days.
Oh, that's no good, is it? That's probably about the same time.
You left.
we love-
We could have left Phandalin straight after.
You
we
left
did.
Phandalin like
4 days ago.
2 or 3 days ago. This body
2 or
is
3.
about this body is that dead, if not more. This is probably about a 4-day to 5-day corpse.
So the
So at
Sildar that
some
we
point-
saw is not the one. Is not this one.
Well, at some point during the Red Brand raid, there could have been the old switcheroo. Because we met him, then we had a few days, a day in the Red Brand thing, didn't we?
Something
Well,
told me this has been here a while, and like the other guy is a doppelganger.
The way to
From
find
when-
out would
yeah.
be when we get back, if he's still there. We don't let on that we have found
Yeah.
him dead.
Mm.
This, yeah. Oh man.
But at least we know not to give
And then we-
Gundren over to Sildar.
Yeah.
No,
Dude.
Is Phandalin the right place to
Gundren
go?
is bait, at least.
Everyone.
Can I do anything with
Yeah, definitely.
his equipment?
Do we want to catch that fucker?
With what equipment?
I don't know because we've got his armor and his sword,
Mm.
and I'm trying to think if we can
Don't
relate
know that.
the armor to the body.
Oh, I mean, you've never seen him in the armor, but yeah, absolutely. The other guys, they knew. Millicent knew that the sword and the armor belonged to him. The armor was covered in blood.
Okay, right.
I mean, this is a dead body, half of a dead body, that is Sildar, and we know that when doppelgangers go down, they revert back to.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So this has to be dead Sildar, which is
And there's blood.
terrible. Yeah. But also,
So
he's got no legs, Sean, or arms.
So when we're back at Phandalin, if there's a Sildar
There's a Sildar there.
it's not the one we're looking for.
Stab him in the fucking throat.
Okay.
Wait, sorry guys, I'm back.
Wait, he owes us money first. Let's get that, and then we get it.
So let's go in and say, "All right, Sildar, we."
How much money did he promise you?
We need to spring a trap.
It was
we
like-
need to tell him
it
we've
was
got
either
guns, and then we need to
500 gold, I believe,
He
or
promised you.
100 gold.
He
I've
promised
got
you
it down.
500 gold, I believe. It was 400 or 500 gold to go
Yeah.
and to
Do
this
what?
really, really dangerous place and kill loads of goblins.
Oh my god,
Ah,
Millicent feels fucking stupid.
Yeah.
We
So
are such greedy twats.
wait.
So,
Don't question it.
So when we rescued Sildar and took him back to Phandalin, was it?
Mm-hmm.
That was the real Sildar.
I knew we should have stabbed
Was it?
met him. Oh wait, no.
Or
I
was
don't
it?
think you've met the real Sildar until
Should we
you
go and
guys
pay
are
him
in the pub.
then?
Well, no, because Sildar was like bleeding and battered when we rescued him from the goblins.
Is that not a thing they can do as part of
Well,
the
they
disguise,
bleed
though?
blue, don't they?
Yeah, that's why we did.
Okay.
So what you
That's
don't,
why we did the cut.
what you
thing.
weren't there for is we did like a cut
A
your
check,
hand open.
yeah.
I mean, maybe that was just all bollocks. I don't know. Maybe they
Yeah.
just went, oh, we can bleed red if we want to. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they've sussed it.
Yeah.
Either way, this is definitely the real Sildar because he's.
So potentially, Sildar went with Gundren in the cave,
Oh fuck! I'm so
and
annoyed.
they took them to. Well, there's one person who would probably know, and he's
Gundren.
5 sources of exhaustion down. Yeah, so
Yeah.
let's hit him up
Right.
and ask him questions.
Okay.
By the way, I'm just growling at you all. I mean, you've understood
You can drop
nothing
the,
I've
you can
said.
drop the thing at any time you
You're
like.
staying
You
away.
could be Pock to have a
Good, but
conversation.
I've got 17 hit points at the minute.
Yeah, but you've
I'm
still got
using them
another
all up.
wild shape as well, haven't you?
I do, yeah.
It makes sense for you to have been having this conversation together. For you to
Yeah,
to be
I'll
Pock.
bumpy bump.
Sorry, I just went
Well,
into the
we
chat.
Yeah. So what's the plan? Are we heading back to?
What's going on in the chat? I have been looking at it.
I just read one comment from Lucaroo that says half Sildar. You haven't
Maybe we
paid
need-
your taxes.
Okay. So
Right.
Scapes was interested in the upper floor. Roll me a perception, please.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Guys, I've lost all your sound. I'm just going to nip out, restart.
Okay.
Perceptions all round.
Oh, all round.
Oh, okay.
Where is?
Oh, wait, I've just bumped out of a wolf. I get advantage.
Only if you're
Only
smelling.
with smell.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
20.
Yeah,
30,
I'm-
20.
Lovely.
Don't worry with mine.
So that
my first perception was 2.
Ooh.
yeah. So Scapes is looking up there
So-
after you know what, and he was like, "Oh, I wonder what's up there." Someone give me a leg up. Millicent looks up, and does see with her 20, just about what she looks like. There's some kind of chest up the top. If you want to put some tables or bookshelf up there and try and climb up there or something, you can do so. It will not require a roll for it. You can just get up there if you want to.
Yeah, I'll get someone to give you a leg up.
Cool.
Inside
I'll give
is
you a leg up.
Sildar's legs.
Yeah.
That's
Find
not what I
a
meant by leg up. Cool. Yeah. All right. So I'll get up there. And is there like a platform level I can get onto?
Yeah. It's a
Right.
bit shaky, but you get up there and it's pretty sturdy still. You can have chest.
I'm
Is you going to open it? What are you going to do?
I'm going to check the chest see if it's locked or trapped.
Okay.
What's that? Investigation?
Yeah. Why not?
18.
Lovely. So you're looking at it and you're looking to see if there's any traps, and you kind of start poking it around. As you touch it, your hand sticks to it. It's all gooey. It's a mimic. It opens up. Its jaws. Roll initiative.
Fuck off, really.
No.
And it's like, no, it's not.
There doesn't appear to
I'm
be
not
any
playing.
traps on it, and it's unlocked. You can open it if you want.
Oh, so good.
Inside is a mimic.
One should never react to that with just like rolling their eyes. So I was just like, yeah, all right. But, oh, I'm dead now. Awesome. So it's unlocks, you say?
It unlocks, yeah. If you want to open it up, you open it up. There's some pouches of coins. There appears to be a potion and a couple of scrolls in there. There's also a book. A book.
I'm going to take a look at the book.
Ready.
So it appears to be some kind of diary, and it's all signed off as Ugalafla. What the fucking name was. If you've got that from last week.
Dogma, wife of the king of the elven god.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
I don't know what I've written down there.
I know, yeah.
So yeah, and it's all like you scan it over. It's Melaroo. Sorry, Ugalatha was the surname, which in Elvish means winter breeze, by the way. So
the Elvish
Melaroo, which was the name that was on the painting in Clarg's room. Clarg, not Clarg. Grohl, King Grohl. Clarg was the first bugbear back in the cave. It would take you, like it's pretty filled out. It would take you a while to really read it, but you could take it and maybe have some light bedtime reading if you want to flick through it.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. I'll take that. I feel like it's in Elvish, right? So I'm probably
it is in Elvish. Yes.
Wow.
You recognise what? Yeah, it's in Elvish. You're thinking, Pock, of Angrada.
Yes.
He was the wife of Corellin Lathian. There's a door in this room on the west hand side.
On the lower level.
So Pock, slightly forgetting himself, goes up and sniffs the door.
Okay, roll me a perception.
I just realised what you said.
Fucking hell, this dice. That is 9.
I mean, you're a gnome. It smells old and musty. It smells like a door. It smells like
he
wood.
realizes what he's doing and just goes, just as I thought, cedar.
There is an inscription written in Elvish on the door.
Millicent, could I borrow you for a second, please?
Yeah. I'm going to pass down the coin and the scrolls.
Ow!
I'll drop them. And get Scapes to give me a hand down.
Yeah, no worries.
You wouldn't mind awfully reading this door for me, would you, please?
Quite. It would probably be a little bit more efficient than sniffing it. What does it say, dear?
So you've actually seen this before when you start reading it. It says it's the same verse that was written on the mural of
Yeah, someone screenshotted it and put it in the chat, didn't they?
Well, it's there.
Yeah, I did.
It's in your journals.
Hey!
Crack him.
Seek not to question the ways and the words of Miranda, lest you be stricken by the eating from within.
No thanks.
Go forth and possess beings of power and influence for me, slay, and let the rock cover all. Fight against.
That was a bit
That
quiet.
sounds like a bad door.
Yeah,
Sorry,
for those of you who didn't hear it, seek not to question the ways and words of Moanda, lest you be stricken by the enemy from within. Go forth and possess beings of power and influence for me. Slay and let the rot cover all. Fight against cold with fire and magic. Fear me and obey.
I'm going to produce flame and just hold it against the door and see if that does anything.
Okay.
Yeah, obviously that's got to be written from the Dark One thing to the shapeshifters. Go forth and possess beings of power and influence.
You did a pretty good religion check previously last week on Mwanda and everything. And Mwanda, as we talked about in the pre-game, was the an old evil god of rot and decay. Supposedly a dead god as well, like one of the gods that got killed off in some god war like 1,000 years ago or something as well.
Does this appear recently?
Oh no, this looks pretty old, and you can it's etched. It's etched into the wood. Yeah, it looks pretty old. Same as the mural. It's
backwards, isn't it? Then does that mean because it's telling them to fight cold with fire and magic? I don't know. Does that mean we've got to use cold to beat them?
Fight against cold with fire and magic. I don't know.
I don't think we've tried any heaty, fiery things yet, have we?
I mean,
try freezing the next shape.
Well, we have with the Twilight things.
Twig blight. Pock, you said you were going to do produce flame cantrip and hold it against the door?
Yeah, just seemed like something I wanted to do.
Can you make me can you make me an intelligence saving throw?
Would this be considered magic?
Why?
Because I get advantage on magic saving throws.
Yes. Well, yes.
Yeah, go on, why not?
Yeah, go on.
yeah.
There's a 15 plus 6.
21.
21.
Nice. Okay. You take 2 points of psychic damage when you try and burn you touch the door with this flame. You've so just 2 points of damage, but you feel it in your brain, a scream, and a tiny little bit of blood on your nose.
Don't touch the door. Ow!
Don't damage the door.
Or yes, but
use magic. Fiery magic.
Fiery magic, man.
I am tapped for if we're expecting there to be anything behind this door, we can't fight it. We're all fucked.
Yeah.
But I would like to know if the door is locked or trapped.
Okay.
So I'm not going to open it. I just want to have a look.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Nice. Okay. What skill were you using with that? Investigation?
Investigation.
You don't see a physical lock there at all. Okay. You don't see anything that would look like it was trapped. However, you did notice with that when Pock momentarily burnt it, there was a slight glow on the door.
Magical something.
Mm-hmm.
We can't fight magic because we have nothing at the minute.
Well,
I think we need to fight cold.
I think yeah, a battle might be elsewhere rather than against doors. I don't want to die by door, like
Well, look, we know we've cleared this place out except for this, whatever is behind this door.
Yeah.
Wait, are we in the tower?
You are in a tower. It's all towers. The whole building is made up of interconnecting towers. Yes. So.
And there's nothing in this room, though.
You've found you had connection problems, but you did find a chest with some money, a potion of healing, and a couple of scrolls and a diary.
What's the scrolls? What are the scrolls and diary?
Yeah, what do we get? Anything worthwhile looking at yet?
The diary is written in the name of Merilu Orgalatha, who is the name of the elven woman on the painting. The scrolls, it all depends on whether they're on your spell list as to whether or not you can decipher them. Let me just check what they are very quickly.
One thing I do want to do, because I learnt from our game of Cock, before we leave, I'd like to look under the bookshelves, please.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, when you got stuck down in that thing. Let me just check something. Does it tell me what spell list it's on? Let's have a look. Okay, so who's got the scroll currently?
Me.
Okay, one of them you can't tell what it is. It just looks all like wizard jargon. Okay.
Wizard jargon.
Yeah, basically scrolls are written in like a wizard cipher. So it's or incantations. If they're not on your spell list, you can't decipher them.
Is this all of us? Sorry.
Well, at the moment, Millicent has
I'm
them.
just reading it. Okay, so that one I'll chuck over to Pock.
Another one you can read. One of them appears to be a scroll of silence, which is a 2nd level illusion spell. There we go.
It's not going to help us out in this situation.
The other one. Does anyone else want to have a look at the other one?
I've chucked it to Pock.
Yeah, the one she can't read, I'll look at.
Yeah, doesn't mean anything to you at all.
No.
I throw it to Bert.
It's not going to mean fuck all to me.
Throw it to Scapes.
Scapes, you have a look at this scroll, and it appears to be a scroll of Revivify.
Okay. I'll put that in my sack.
So silence, basically, when you cast it, concentration up to 10 minutes, or you can cast it as a ritual. For the duration, no sound can be created within or pass through a 20-foot radius sphere centered on the point you choose within range. Any creature or object entirely inside the sphere is immune to thunder damage, and creatures are deafened while entirely inside it. Casting a spell that includes a verbal component is impossible here. And I've deleted the other one. Revivify.
Basically. Cone of silence.
How do we use these
similar.
scrolls, by the way?
Pardon?
How do we use these scrolls? Do we use these as is it like a one-time use?
One-time use okay. So yeah, for you it'd be a one-time use. Yes. Revivify is a level 3 spell, so you probably. I'm not sure if you'll be able to cast it. I need to look into that, whether or not you can cast scrolls of a higher level. I think you can, but there's like a chance it will fail or something. But Revivify does what it says on the tin. You touch a creature that has died, dead, as in failed its death saving throws and is dead, within the last minute. That creature returns to life with 1 hit point. So if anybody goes down to unconscious, fails their saving throws, you've now got a ticket to bring him back if you can cast this spell.
Thank you, Luke.
Don't thank me. Thank the writers of the module over at Wizards of the Coast.
Thank you, Wizards of the Coast.
Okay. Well, we're not gonna deal with this door then.
No.
Can we?
Doesn't seem so.
Right.
Can we please go?
I can't remember what you rolled on your religion last time. What I'm allowed to do is
That was a belter.
Anybody who has proficiency in religion or history can make a check.
Okay, I'll do religion.
No, I don't.
I'll do history.
Nothing.
19.
Lovely.
5.
Okay, so Moanda, you're aware of. You're a paladin, of course you'd be aware of dark gods and things like that.
Yeah.
So basically, I did kind of roughly go over this before. Let me just bring it up from the wiki again. Oh look, see my searches. Lovely. I'll visit this page on the 20th of July last week. This site uses cookies, except. So Moanda, pronounced Mo and Dur. Just keep on trying to use my mouse for my tablet, it's not working. Was an ancient deity had venerated Moanda since before the rise of some ancient magical people called Nethril. Moanda was alternately referred to as he, she, or it in the ancient texts. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. There is... I did this last week as well. Servants of Moanda were required to endure a ceremony to join the cult that involved the absorption of a seed of Moanda. If worthy, the seed gradually grew in the initiate's body until the entire internal structure was replaced with rotting plant matter. Small flower tendril, blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Rumour has it that Moanda could actually then basically possess these people and work through them if he wanted to. Now, where is that fucking line? I did this. I wasn't prepared. In case you were wondering, the processes I go through as a DM to prepare for all this stuff, I don't. I don't. I pretty much just make it up as I go, and then make everyone just listen to me ramble nonsense while I try and find something.
Is there anything about absorb the seed of Moanda?
No.
Oh. Kill or gather vegetation, not a
That's
or decay.
the one that I'm looking for.
Ooh, seek not to question the ways.
Yes, legacy. Here we go. Minions of the Darkbringer were charged to feed Great Moanda with fresh corpses of their own making. They were to hew down strong plants and trees to feed it. Moanda's priests were charged to keep the abomination and the lands through which it would pass as warm as possible. When a novice was first initiated into the priesthood and possessed by a seed of Moanda, the Darkbringer instructed him or her through horrific dreams as follows. Seek not to question the ways and words of Moanda, lest you be stricken by eating from within. Go forth and possess beings of power and influence for me. Slay and let the rock cover all. Fight against cold with fire and magic. Fear me and obey. So basically, this is the dogma of of this religion. It's a dead religion as far as you're aware. But only half of the inscription is on the door. The first half was missing.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, that's obviously telling us that cold is our friend then against these things with the seed inside of them. So we should think about that. Definitely. And also, they're going to be somewhere warm. That's good to know, but it doesn't really help us with the door unless anyone's got an
Great Moanda with fresh corpses of their own making.
Oh, we could bring our own corpses. We could bring the corpses in here.
Yeah, grab some of the...
the goblins?
Goblins, yeah.
Yeah, should we get some bodies in?
I think I've got some goblin flesh on me.
But they say, bring the bodies to the door. Bring the bodies to the door.
You should have been a bard, man.
Yeah. I've got this bit of goblin steak.
You can't call it a steak. That's cannibalistic.
What are you doing, guys?
Eating so much.
A bottle of fine Chianti.
Are we should we drag a few bodies in? Is that what we think it means?
Let's do it.
Yeah, feed the door some dead goblins. Okay.
I'm going to drop a dead body at the door.
I'll follow suit. I'm going to grab one of a different variety. I don't know where I am.
So I think it looks like Scapes has gone to grab a hobgoblin.
He's got himself a hobgoblin.
Yeah.
So can I pull him back?
Of course you can. Don't worry about doing that on the map. That's fine. So you go and get a hobgoblin.
What was in the room with us? King. No. Is there anything? Is there any more of a statuous? Yeah. Let's see what this happens.
How are you? Are you carrying this corpse? Fireman carrying.
Yeah. No, I'm carrying it. Yeah, like over my shoulders. And as I get closer to the door, I just launch it at the door, as I would say if it was a bag of screed or a bit of carpet.
The door flashes and glyphs bright red, and then they just fade, and the door swings open.
Whoa!
Revealing a staircase going down into a deep, dark something.
Okay, and I just say melon.
Like melon!
I ain't going down there.
Fellas, I'm on 7 hit points at the moment. Jesus.
I'm gonna stand very near the door. Not in the door, but just near it.
You're shocked. You're knocked backwards, almost.
Okay.
Of how you didn't notice this before. How could you not smell this from this side of the room? It reeks of dirty bins, of rotting. It smells like, an infected wound. And it's just pouring out of there, overpowering senses. You're thinking to yourself, Pock, just as well I wasn't still a wolf, because that would probably hurt with my super smelling senses.
Right. Okay.
I think I can smell elvish food, people.
I think we I think we need to fuck off, really.
Have we just opened a door for things to come out? Though?
Yeah, I think is that like to the underworld?
This is
Underdark, whatever it's called.
the door to the Netherworld. We found the door to the Netherworld. We should go in. It's totally fine.
Can I look and see if I could see a giant spider? And if I can't, I'm ready to go.
You've got dark vision, yeah. So you look down there, you see you can see it's just a stairs going down. Bottom of the stairs, you can just about see. It opens up into a room, but you don't really see much down there.
Okay.
Let's get Gundren. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. I think we've had enough fucking about.
Can we use the hobgoblin to push the door shut? Just as like a glove. Does the door shut? That's the question.
You can shut the door, yeah.
But without touching it, please. Sort of, I'm going to use the hobgoblin's body just to sort of...
just gone down there and got initiated. Maybe the other time.
Oh, it's so tempting to go down there.
No,
Feel free.
We're too damaged.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you're disappointed, Scape.
Yeah,
you could go and have a short rest. And then have a look what's down there.
A short rest to help me.
I'm completely tapped out. We need to go.
You could barricade the door. You could go and have a long rest.
Yeah.
It's
bookcase. Close the door.
Sort of mid-afternoon. You've got a day or two's ride back to Phandalin. Have a little bit of a rest.
Stop playing devil's advocate.
Right, barricade the door. Use the bookcases.
Well,
if you can shift them.
Yeah, you can do that. Absolutely. You got the door coming into this room. You can shut and bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's why it was fucking. Oh, that owlbear was a fucking god.
Yeah.
Shit.
This is the place, obviously, where they come down because they give the corpses and then they come down for their ceremony. So this is like the ceremony.
Roll me an insight.
Who, me?
Anyone.
Okay.
Oh, I'm rolling shit. 12.
Okay. Anyone else got better than that?
8.
No.
5 for Scapes.
9.
Yeah, maybe that owlbear was guarding this door. Who fucking knows?
Let's go. Shut the door. Burn it. Set it on fire.
I mean, with a 12, I
don't think they're connected. I think this deity and this place has been here longer than the goblins and everything else.
Yeah.
I think the owlbear was like a mented pet that they kept trapped in here for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
And I think this is something else.
Or it was like,
it
if
could
anything,
be connected to like Underdark stuff, but I don't think it's.
Yeah, but they may have known what was down there, so they put the owlbear there, so they had a first line of defense should anything arise from the.
Yeah, could be.
Underdark.
But even more reason, I think, to fuck off until we're fit to fight another day.
Yeah, if at all. I'm not fussed. I'm sure it's shit down there. I'll take that.
What are we doing, guys?
Well, we need to take a full rest.
Yeah. Gundren, can we go camp somewhere?
We've got to get him to a cleric, haven't we, Gundren?
Yeah, I mean, it's really up to you whether you just want to leave here and go completely now, or whether you want to kind of go and,
Well, there's the outpost, isn't there? There's the outpost. Like a day's ride. It's not even a day's ride, is it?
Yeah, let's go back to where the camp was earlier.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Go back to there. Short rest, long rest, whatever, before heading back to Phandalin.
Of course.
Yeah.
Was that the fuck out of this place?
Was that town nearby?
No, we
Or was it a campsite?
I turned into the wolf and fucked off to scout about.
Yeah, you made a camp up just outside the woods.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's
head back there.
It's a few miles away, but it will take you a little while to get there. Okay. Gundren and Droop are waiting for you.
Hello, Droop.
Hey. Well, find anything good?
A lot of dead bodies, Droop, I'm afraid.
We found this really stinky door. You don't know anything about that, do you?
No, a stinky door. I mean, no. I can't say. What do you no? What do you mean a stinky door?
Never mind.
We need to ask Gundren about Sildar, but maybe
An ancient magic door. Do you know anything about it? There's an ancient door here, and it looks like it leads to somewhere.
Nah, no. As I said, when I came here before, one time, I was just barracks and eating room, whatever that called. I forget.
All right. Okay.
Pock,
Banquet hall. That's the
Troop, have you've been travelling since we last spoke?
Yeah.
You picked up a bit of an accent, mate.
I'd like to see you try and remember how to do 50 different accents.
Badges? We don't need no stinking badges.
All right. Well, let's head out of here then.
Are you joining us back to Phandalin, Droop? It would be much obliged if you would.
Well, doesn't look like I've got much left to stay here for now, really, does it?
Why are you giving him choices? He's not yours.
No, fair enough. I'm just making sure he didn't want to leave.
Well, we can go. That's fine.
Cracking.
Gundren's like,
Yeah, go on, sorry.
can we get back to Phandalin? There's a cleric there. Just Garaele, Sister Garaele.
Yeah, I know her. We'll take you to her.
Lucky lady.
Rest now, my son. Though you're not my son, don't worry about that.
I'm going to use my last thing to go back to a dire wolf, put him on my back, and then I can at least use a bit of perception on the way back through the forest.
That's fine. Okay. Well, thanks for joining us, I suppose. Seems like a good place as any to end it. Not a massive cliffhanger, but, we'll find out what happens next week in the D&D show. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Guys in the chat stream, in case you didn't know, if you don't remember from last week, stick around. We're going to be recording another episode after the break. But otherwise, if you're listening to the podcast, will I see you? I don't see it. People say, I see you next week, but you know what? We don't see anyone. It's about, I need to get this down. As much as we're saying today,
sign off.
Professional. I need a sign off. I need an intro. When we're saying episode 13, part 1's dropped today. Beautiful, beautiful. The editing is fantastic. Sean's done such an amazing job, and it proper, sounds so professional now. But, at the end of the episode, at the start and the end, I'm just so what do we do? No. Anyway, fuck off. I'll see you later. Thanks for joining us.
That's it.
Hello, welcome to another episode of the D&D show. Whoop, whoop, whee. Boop, 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 boop. Wow.
Hello.
My name's Luke. I'm your dungeon master, DM, GM, host, whatever the fuck you want to call me. Yeah, today, whatever day it is, maybe it's morning where you are if you're listening to the podcast. Who knows? I am joined by Lisa Horton.
Oi, oi.
Oi, oi, governor.
Oi.
Oi.
We always have a oi.
And Gavin Bourne.
All right, Governor.
Sean Lee.
Well, hello there.
Little Franny Pants, how you doing?
Fanny pants.
And
Well,
James Bly.
Hello.
How are we doing, sir? You all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
Good.
Can I just give a quick shout out to Luke's daughter, who came down the stairs and completely surprised me the other day and said, "Hello, Gavin," and I was like, "How the hell did she know my name? I've
right.
never met her in my life."
Yeah, that's right. So the weekend just gone, we went and stayed with my mum down in Dagenham and saw my mum and my sister, and like their family and stuff. Yeah, and Gavin popped round to see my brother-in-law for a couple of minutes while we were around there. Yeah, my daughter just came and was like, everyone was like, "Who's this?" Like, I think Lewis, my brother-in-law, his son was calling you the other guy. When you'd gone, he came into the room and was like, "Where'd that other person go?" Like, but then my daughter just came down and was like, "Hello, Gavin." Like, 'cause she's our #1 fan. She watches the show on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah. It was so random. I was like, how the hell does Luke's kids know my
She's
name?
good. She's like when we've been setting up in the past when she's still been up, come and watch the screen and stuff like that. So, yeah. So that's my daughter, Leia. There we go.
Sweet.
Yeah. Hello, Leia.
Hello. I'm sure she'll say hello back as she in a couple of weeks maybe she'll hear this and she'll be like, "Oh, talking to me." I doubt it. I think she only listens to the music. She told me off when she realised we'd changed the intro music because she didn't like it. And she likes the original one, so I don't know that she still did it. I think she just used, because she's got Spotify. I said this before. She's got Spotify and she just listens to the intro.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So how is everybody this week? Feels like ages since we spoke.
I know, right?
Yeah, mushrooms
Cracking.
and everything.
Mushrooms, everything.
Mushrooms.
Not a whole lot changed. Yeah, we've nothing's
Have
really.
snacks now.
Yeah, you got snacks. You got some pretzels. Yeah.
White fudge covered
White fudge pretzels,
They're
delicious.
best thing ever. They will
I've-
not last long.
Topped up my glass with some gin and some very flat Aldi own brand. I love Aldi. Like Lilt. So it's like tropical drinks. Nice. Big gin. Lilt.
Maybe we could get a sponsorship from Aldi.
I mean, we could, yeah.
Hey,
The D&D
can we get
show,
a sponsor
sponsored.
from Flips, please?
Sponsored
Yeah.
by Aldi. Cheap
Maybe.
stuff for your belly.
This is it. Yeah, there's a little 20% off code or something that we can give people.
Buy a welder and some oranges.
Just type in the code. Does it have a dick for 10% off?
Need milk, bread, and a tuber? Howdy.
Just head to audi.co.uk / is it flanked for your 20% off.
These codes will not work.
No.
Not a guarantee.
Not a guarantee. Yeah, I don't think we're family friendly enough to get a sponsor from someone like that. Or big enough. I mean, I wish we were.
Yeah.
Who knows? Cool. Yeah, I haven't really much to go through. We've, to spoil the illusion, we record 2 episodes in a night, so we've already done all that catching up. We've been together for the past couple of hours, so we'll go straight into it. But I just wanted to do one shout out, which I didn't do in the last episode. Just I don't know if we were even going to use it again, but in the episode 13 part 1 certainly of the podcast, we've used some music by a guy called Michael Gelfi. Do apologize if I'm pronouncing that wrong. He's on YouTube. You can find him, Michael Gelfi RPG ambiences and music. Look him up on YouTube. He's done some really cool kind of ambience music for different scenarios, all designed for D&D campaigns and things like that. And he basically has lets people use his stuff on their shows, providing you have less than 500 Twitch followers or less than like several thousand. I think as long as you're not making money from your podcast, basically. So that was pretty cool. He does some really good stuff. I followed him on Twitter, so if you follow us on Twitter, you can find him that way as well, and all sorts. Definitely check him out. I know that a couple of people that listen to us and watch us do have their own podcast as well, so maybe you can find some use in that. Otherwise, let's get crack-a-lacking. So, you finally have left Cragmaw Castle. We've been there for like 5 weeks or something. You've cleared it out of almost everything. You think you've killed everything, all the goblins, all of it. You found a door protected by some kind of magical trap or magical glyphs. which you managed to solve the little puzzle, all to do with the ancient dark god Moanda. It said something along the lines of the clue was minions of the Darkbringer were charged to feed great Moanda with fresh corpses of their own making. They were to hew down strong plants and trees to feed it, blah, 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 blah. So there was an inscription on the door. You rolled a history check or religion check to work out the full text. And it says in there, fresh corpses of your own. So you think, we've got loads of fresh corpses, hundreds of them. So you threw a dead body at it and this door opened, leading down a dark, dark staircase into a dark, dark cellar. In a dark, dark world, in a dark, dark castle. And you decided, fuck that for a laugh. We're not going down there. You barricaded it all and then just fucked off. Which is fair enough. But
We're hurting.
yeah, that's all right. So basically you've rescued Gundren. Finally,
Yeah.
he's badly beaten. He's asked, I need help. Get me to Sister Garaele at Phandalin. I need a cleric. I need some help. There was a bit of a mic drop moment last week as well. After opening the door to the Owlbear chamber. The owlbear fucked off. You worked that one out quite quickly. You didn't have to fight it. It just wanted to get out. It's been kept prisoner, I suppose, in there, or it's been caught and kept in there against its will. And in the pile of bones where they've been feeding it, you found the remnants of a body of none other than Sildar Hallwinter. Boom. So that led to some interesting moments.
Yeah. What the actual fuck, man?
You deduced that the body's probably been there for 3, 4, 5 days, maybe. It's it's rotting. It stinks. It's covered in. It's got some maggots in it. It's clearly been eaten a lot by this owlbear. It's eaten most of its limbs, most of its torso. There wasn't much of him left. But yeah, Sildar Hallwinter dead.
All this time.
Fucking.
It's an interesting
Sneaky
one.
bastard.
So what's going on there then? What are your
He
thoughts
was
around
always
that?
dead.
Well,
Are we back at camp?
Not lost to the world.
Yeah, absolutely. So you left basically the castle and you've marched out. You left all your horses and everything. You had a camp outside of the woods, just as well you survived really. Otherwise, these horses would have been just left tied up to a tree to be stolen or just die of starvation tied to a tree. So you've got back to camp. It's taken you. It's about 5 miles from what I remember last time saying to where your camp was. You've turned into a wharf and you've got a wharf. Yeah, you've turned into Worf from Star Trek The Next Generation, Klingon, carrying Gundren on your back. You're turning into a direwolf. You're carrying him out. You've set up camp because you've not got enough time left now of the day really to make it back to Phandalin. You need a full day. You're going to rest up, regain your strength, regain your hit points, regain your spell slots. Yeah. So, what does everybody think about what's going on? What's everyone thinking?
so I do apologise, but I was a wolf for most of that, and I couldn't communicate absolutely fuck all with any of you. What are we thinking about this whole Sildar? Because I kind of missed your first bit of the journey, so fill me in on where you think this switcheroo may have happened.
Somewhere between meeting in Neverwinter and meeting in Phandalin. Did we? I'm talking to Burr. Did we check for our code word? Did we check for anything before we took this 500 gold mission?
He definitely knew the password. So the password was right at the beginning. We gave the password after we tested and chased down Hagar.
I seem to remember when we went to Phandalin, someone did ask him a password, which confused me at the time, but now it makes sense. So he does know that password.
Yeah,
it's definitely possible that Sildar has been not Sildar for almost this whole time. We know for a fact that Sildar is dead. So
he does. Yeah.
All we can plan for going forward is how we're going.
Sildar also sent us as well.
Yeah.
But maybe he didn't. I can see what Millicent's saying.
No, that's what I mean.
He could have been captured from the
Sildar.
whole thing, but only has recently died. Yeah.
What was Scapes trying to say?
I can't. Oh, sorry, it's gone. Completely.
Fair enough. Okay.
A flag. I think that we have been duped.
Definitely. 100%.
And now I think about it, 500 gold is a lot of money. And I, for one, feel rather greedy and stupid. But that just means our vengeance will be much, much worse when we return.
Yeah.
Now, are we sure that we're safe with the other one?
Gundren?
And I'm gonna,
I'm gonna give him a check over. Can I look him over and see if there's any signs of him being not Gundren?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, you give me what kind of check would that involve? Some kind of intelligence check.
Okay.
Or wisdom. Possibly you could argue it's wisdom based. An insight, maybe.
does he have a dick?
Well, if I'm looking specifically for blue blood, I'm actually looking for like physical evidence. So can I investigate?
I check behind the ear for a twig.
And in the mouth for a cyanide
pill.
capsule and all that kind of
Yeah, I
stuff.
mean, he's largely unconscious. He's drifting in and out of consciousness the whole way and not really making a whole lot of sense, really, from his injury. So certainly do, as I say, so insight is more about your feelings towards something, and investigation is,
I'm trying to clear suspicions, but I'm also trying to look for specific stuff. So I'll leave it up to you, DM.
Can I talk to him in Dwarvish?
Yes, yeah, when he comes through, you can absolutely talk to him in Dwarvish.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah. Because that would, I mean, we've got to assume that doppelgangers probably don't know every language that
they take form of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you say to him?
Are you a dwarf?
You say that in Dwarvish.
In Dwarvish.
He's concussed, and he's like, and he speaks back to you in common, and it's like, of course I'm a dwarf. What do you expect? We're cousins, man.
And then I say, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood in Dwarvish?
Well, if a woodchuck could chuck wood, then I suppose a woodchuck would chuck as much wood as a woodchuck could possibly chuck. I suppose.
You understood me.
Pock gets his notebook out and just makes a note of that and tries to figure out if he's right.
Am I delirious? What's going on?
Don't worry.
I don't remember what accent I tried to do
two
before. I think it was. I failed miserably at trying to do a Scottish accent before, and it came out a little bit Irish, American.
Right.
Fuck no, I don't know. What do you mean? Of course
Liam
I
Neeson.
can woodchuck and chuck in the wood, and this is the best Liam Neeson you're gonna get.
That's great.
Metachlorians and I will find you. I have a certain set of skills.
What we don't know is that those are the first two sentences in the Dwarvish to Common phrase book.
This is it.
The doppelgangers just learn.
Gundren, I'm not sure if you can hear me, but what's the password?
The password for what? Now I'm a pirate. Well, of course it was. I like butt stuff. I believe it was.
That was one.
I'm willing to take that.
That was one of them.
No, it was Mount Hope backwards.
One
or
or two.
One or two.
Fair play.
I'm still going to roll my
Thank you.
investigation just because Sildar knew that, didn't he?
Sildar knew it, yeah.
Let's say, 9, maybe 16.
16-4.
Investigation. I'm looking for signs of like blue blood or anything doppelgangery.
I mean, no, you don't find anything that you might think would be doppelganger. You can certainly roll again an insight to see whether you believe the words coming out of his mouth.
Okay. I knew this would happen. It's a natural one.
What did you roll?
Natural one.
Oh, fantastic! I mean, like, you're not even sure like where you are right now. He could tell you that the world was flat or round, or that COVID-19 was created by the government and is false and spread by the Chinese 5G towers, and you'd be like, yeah, mate, all right, I'm with you. You're a smart person. I'm with you. Absolutely, you're right. Yeah.
Listen, team, I'm not willing to trust anything as far as we can throw it. We've been duped enough times now.
Yeah.
But anybody can
what
roll
I-
an insight. You know, you're all here for
what I-
present for the conversation.
No,
Well,
I've completely had enough of this. I've completely had enough of this. I'm getting out of here. I'll see you guys in 2 hours. I walk up to the night.
I genuinely thought James was going then. I was like, wait, you're
James is just, you know what? Fuck you guys. Fuck this fucking game. You're all a bunch of wankers.
The lag's not
Fucking
that bad.
D&D
man.
is for
Come on.
losers, man. You're a bunch of geeks. I'm going to go and have sex.
Scape's looking a little bit irritated and a little bit wide-eyed, walks off into the night.
Oh no! Whoa, love it.
That's just because he can't bother to roleplay.
Story.
Yeah.
As long as he knows the password next time we see him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ooh,
there's a twist.
he'll come back.
Did anybody else roll a?
I rolled a 12.
Lovely. Pock, did you roll an insight?
No, I'm just looking at Millicent, thinking like, gee, leave him alone, poor bastard.
Yeah, I mean, with a 12, you're in, you know, he's spoken. You know, he understood. Whilst he didn't reply in Dwarvish, again, he's very injured, very tired, and he was confused, but he still answered your questions.
Yeah.
You know, you think you're inclined to believe him.
The point that the point here is that he can't attack us anyway. So we're not
Or
giving
can
him any
he?
information. We're not.
Oh, is he just acting?
We're not giving him any information. We're not. I don't feel threatened by him either way. So that's fine.
Yeah.
What are we going to do about returning to potentially another Sildar?
Well, I think one Sildar has 500 gold pieces that he owes us, so I would like to acquire that before we kill him. I also believe that Sildar, if he is what we think he is, has more information on this whole shenanigan. So I do believe that we maybe don't let on instantly that that we're on to him.
Yeah. I reckon we play him like a fucking fiddle.
Yeah, my mind's ticking. There's something we can do. I've just not quite arrived at it yet. But we have a few days while Gundren gets back on his feet, because ultimately we need information from him.
I suggest that we take Gundren back to Sister Garaele.
The old lucky lady.
We walked into town if we can, as if we've cleared out the castle, we've defeated the goblins, and we find Sildar 2, fake Sildar, and we can tell him that we've recovered Gundren, but Gundren is too damaged to speak and hasn't spoken since we returned, so that he doesn't suspect that maybe we have the right information, or we keep it on the hush that we even have Gundren, and we demand our cash and see how it goes from there.
We'll tell him Gundren's dead.
That would be believable.
Yeah, I think let's sneak Gundren back in then.
Absolutely.
Sneak Gundren. Yeah, right.
By the morning I will have some very handy spells for said.
Yeah, that's probably
adventures.
safer for Gundren as well.
Quick question, slightly pinballing into a different conversation. Did we take anything from King Grohl?
Like what? He didn't really have anything.
Any evidence of his death?
Nope.
Fuck it.
Why? What did we need evidence for? From the bird?
Did we not need to? He's the Red Brand leader, is that correct?
No.
No, it's just a...
No.
Oh, Glassstaff. Where the fuck is? Okay.
Yeah, so basically, King Grohl was the head of the Cragmaw tribe, which was kind of a group of all the different goblinoid races from the crags, some mountains up north, which had banded together. It was all a bit strange that they were down here and that they were really banding together as well. You get the idea that the Black Spider has promised them something for doing so. Then the Red Brands were led by Glassstaff, and that was something different. But then again, it's a bit odd that there were bugbears from the Cragmaw tribe in the Red Brand hideout, and that they were working a little bit together. It's all a little bit strange.
Okay. I misremembered Halia wants the Red Brand leader's death
That was Glassstaff.
King Grog.
She wanted
She made
Glassstaff.
evidence of correspondence as well, didn't she?
She did. You never gave it to
wrong
her.
person. But we don't have any.
We've got the paperwork.
No, yeah, we've still got
didn't
that.
give it to her.
We need Glassstaff, really.
We
I
showed
think.
it to
I think he's
Sildar.
our key.
Yeah, you did show it to Sildar, yeah, and he was all a bit surprised, wasn't he?
So far, what have the doppelgangers tried to do? What's the doppelgangers as a race, I presume? What's their goal here? Because we've met 3 of them.
Well, the last one said that they were what's it called? Liberated by the Black Spider from the mines and the Underdark. Yeah.
They're not nice people, Pock, if that's what you're asking.
No, it's just that if Sildar's won, what is his goal?
I assume
That's what I don't
it's
understand.
working for the Black Spider.
Yeah, doing the bidding of the Black
Okay.
Spider.
What do we know about the mine itself? Why is that? It's sought
Fuck
after
all.
because you can forge magical weapons there, right?
Yeah,
Or at least
that's
that's what
right,
I
yeah.
believe. So that could be a hugely powerful
The Forge of
thing for
Spells,
someone
isn't it?
to have.
Yeah.
And if that's his goal, and if that's the Black Spider's goal, and the Black Spider has been liberating these creatures from the Underdark, then they're only going to follow and worship.
Fair
this
point.
guy. That's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking. I don't know if that's
Well,
right.
I think one step at a time. I mean, there's only so much we can do, but head back, sneak Gundren in, so that Sildar doesn't see him. We claim he's maybe dead, and
Is
go
Droopy-
from there.
Is Droopy with us?
Yes. Hi. I don't know what you're
Droopy.
talking about there. I don't really have much input. Like,
Droopy, could you do me a little favour?
we got a foot rub. Thank you, foot rub.
No, I would like you to just pop off into the
Yes,
woods and check in on Scapes.
Masterscapes.
Yeah, sure.
Just make sure he's all right. I'm sure he'll relish in your company for another 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah. Sneaky, just in case.
Maybe, yeah.
He went that way.
Great.
Off I go. Woo, pie. All right. So, Scapes, was there anything particular running through your mind as you walked off that you wanted to?
Well, Scapes has just he's heard a lot about. He's heard stories of this. What's their name?
Which one?
The
Sister
The god.
Garaele. Oh, the god.
Moanda. Yeah, you've
Moanda. Yeah, he's read stories of Moanda when he was a child and everything, and he's always found that was one of the gods he was most scared of. And he'd also read about shapeshifters and stuff, and never really believed they were true. So he decided to go off in a bit of a huff, not knowing, starting to suspect even his own friends. I mean, how long's he even known Pock? So he just had enough, and he had to go out for a good pray. So he went and he got on his knees and started praying to Ionwe to give him some guidance and just to try and help him out of this. I mean, he doesn't know what's real and what isn't anymore. So he decides to get down and pray, and then he hears a little rustling in the bushes like someone's trying to not be seen.
Does he? All right. Carry on. What's in the bushes?
Drew, come out of there.
Master, hey. We're just worried about you. Are you okay?
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm okay, Drew. I'm just having a little bit of a crisis of faith at the moment. I just feel like, I can't trust anyone, and I grab him by the neck and put my belt knife up against his neck. You're one of them, aren't you? You're one of them. You are.
Shit.
No, Master, it's me, your
Murdered
faithful
Droop.
servant. It's just Droop. It's me.
Is it? What do you bleed? What colour do you bleed?
Red. We all bleed red. It's something to do with the oxygen. How it reacts in the blood. It's red. Everyone's got red bloods.
Okay.
That sounds too smart for a goblin to me.
Roll of science.
Do you know what? I just drop him, and I go, oh, Droop, or whatever your name is. I just don't know anymore. I just don't know. I feel like I'm losing my mind out here.
Well, what does your god say?
Well, not much, as always.
Yeah.
But I just don't know what to do. I think we're gonna have to keep an eye on the rest of the group. Okay, Droop.
Yeah. Team
Okay.
justice.
Team Justice, that's right.
Looking out
fella.
for each other.
I'll get you a promotion, and I'll even get you one of your shoes back. I just need you to keep an eye on everyone, okay?
I will do. So what's your gods all about then?
Oh, it's all about justice. Justice and keeping the good and bringing the bad doers. And I can't tell you now. It's too long. I'm stressed, dude.
Okay.
Guys, I think they're falling in love.
No. I just pat him on the head and it's like, oh, Drew, you wouldn't understand anyway.
He just kind of like nuzzles up into you and starts purring.
I think it's about time we got back to the crew.
All right.
That
cool.
was adorable. That was great. That was amazing.
There we go.
Beautiful. All right. Is there anything else that you wanted to do in the night?
Watches.
You found watches. But like, what did you want to do on your watch? You found the map. You mentioned off recording that you wanted to look at the map. We did kind of cover it a bit last week. Whilst I don't have a copy of the map to actually physically show you, it does basically just tell you where the location of the mine is.
Is it roughly south northwest of the village, or just a rough idea?
In the bumpy hilly bit.
Yeah.
Is that right?
So it's kind of like a close-up version, and you recognise some landmarks. So let me just wait for my computer to actually display the map because it's still pixelated. I know you guys have got it up on your screen already, but I can't ping shit when it's being rubbish.
Mm-hmm.
What's it doing?
I can see it on the stream that it's like all pixelated.
There we go. So basically then we've got a cross in the woods. That's where the castle is. You camped a little way out here somewhere, from what I remember. So basically, like, there's a close-up version of the map, and it's all written on, like, kind of drawn by hand to show you kind of roughly in here, and it tells you, and there's kind of instructions, and it's like, you go X amount of miles this way and then X amount this way, and then you look for this sign, and when you find that, you follow this particular set of hills round, and it's in these hills somewhere, basically, but you know exactly, according to the map, you know exactly where it is. Other than that, there's not really anything special about the map at all. Was there anything else particular that you wanted to think about?
No, I just wanted to have a rough idea of what direction we were going in. Anyone else?
The only thing I wanted to do is I'm going to offer to take first watch, and whilst doing that, I'm just going to play with my new quarterstaff, just muck around with it whilst patrolling camp.
I've heard that about Pock. Plays with his quarterstaff all night.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Aside from that, no, nothing except that. You going to stay up and read your new diary, Melissa?
I think I might.
Yes, you did find a diary. Okay, the diary. I mean, you kind of flump it. It would take you forever, like hours and hours to read for every page. And you start off at the front.
I'm just kind of giving it like a light.
Yeah, you're flicking through it, and it starts off kind of a bit teenage angsty, really. I don't have a script for it, basically, but it talks about what's happening around the day. It talks about how basically the author, the diary keeper's parents were kind of like clerics. People would be always coming there to get their kind of fortunes read, but not kind of read. Her father had some kind of power, some kind of artifact, which would be able to tell whether or not there was good fortune, be able to make predictions and things like that about what was happening. And it was just all boring, Oh yeah, this, that and the other. Dad's training me to, follow in his footsteps, and I hate it. Well, this and the other. And there's not much interesting in there. A lot of talk about Boy, who basically, and it goes on, you're flicking through, his name keeps on coming up and up and up throughout. Okay. The name, what one haven't I used yet? Lacora. It's his name. It pops up. You get the impression that it was a human, but from the description, talks about how my parents, they'd be so mad, if I was, he's not an elf, things like that. Eventually goes on to a romance. Let's talk about, how we met up at night and stuff like that. Goes on and on as well. From there, you flick through some more pages, and it really is boring stuff until you kind of thumb through quite a bit. Dad's forbidden the romance. Told me if I see him again, then he's going to lock me in the tower. Talk about a man in a mirror. Been seeing things. Someone's talking to spirits in the woods. And it goes on, talks about this Moanda. You find this name, you're flicking through. Eventually you get to the last page, and it talks about how the time has come, the ritual is complete, the Darkbringer promises me my love. We can be together. All I need to do is make one last sacrifice, and basically talks about luring her father down into the basement.
Ooh.
And it ends.
Her dad.
And it ends. There's nothing more there.
Well, maybe she didn't manage it. But...
We didn't.
Okay.
Sildar's diary. Whoa.
How old was this diary? Did we work that out? I can't remember.
Yeah, so the dates are all really old.
So it's an ancient story of a forgotten time of a old deity.
Absolutely. It's from I don't have a time frame, maybe 1,000 years ago. The date isn't unimportant, so it's a long time ago.
Oh, we are coming back.
No, I mean it was a good sort of holiday read, and I'll write while I'm just sitting waiting to do my watch. I'll write a Cliff Notes in common. So if anyone else wants to read a sort of trashy romance novel type version of this, that would be. I'll bard it up a bit as well. I'll put some real
Is that how 50 Shades of Grey happened?
Yeah, this is I'm writing a fan fiction of this diary. I'll do that. I'll write a really juicy fan fiction. They'll definitely have sex in it, and yeah,
Beauty and the Darkbringer,
and that'll be part 1. Part 2 of 3, I will make up in later long rests.
Perfect.
Actually, Seed of Miranda does sound like a bit of a dirty book.
That's disgusting.
50 Shades of Deity.
That's amazing. Awesome. Thank you for that. Yeah.
Okay. You're playing with this staff. Yes, you get the impression that it is definitely magical, but you know what? I'd forgotten all about it between last week and this week, so I haven't got anything prepared for you. So I will tell you what that does another time.
Okie doke.
But yes, is your answer.
Cracking.
There was a short sword as well.
Yeah, I mean, I've got
belonged to Sildar.
I've got lots of stuff. If anyone wants anything as well, I suppose we should tally all this up. 5 spears, 4 long swords, 3 morning stars, and 2 great swords. Is anyone want anything?
Can I use a short sword and a long sword at the same time, Luke?
Not a long. No, so a long sword. It has to have the versatile property, or the light. No, it has. Sorry, forgive me. It has to have the light property to be able to use 2 weapons at once.
I see. All right, no problem.
Both weapons have to have the light property. So
yeah,
the long sword doesn't. So you can use 2 short swords, but not a long sword and a short sword.
Okay, mate. No worries.
Looking at Sildar's short sword, can I investigate the short sword, see if there's any extra properties to it other than just a standard short sword?
Absolutely, yeah. Throughout the night, you could have a play
Like,
with it.
I've got a standard short sword. It's just I could do with an upgrade. I'll just pick out of the pile which is the least dinked up, I guess. But I'll look at Sildar's.
So there was in his equipment there was a crossbow, some chainmail, and a short sword. The short sword and the crossbow definitely felt like they had an aura about them.
I will definitely hold on to those if that's okay with everybody else.
Yeah.
Can I do an Arcana check on them?
So Arcana is like an intelligence check, so it's about being able to decipher magical glyphs, writing, work out history of stuff. It doesn't work like a detect magic.
Okie doke.
If a particular item was like a really famous item, then yes, there might be. But it's all about lore. It's not a free detect magic.
Okay.
There's spells that do that.
Before we do sleep, I've just spotted something else we found. A massive keg of brandy. Does anyone want a drink?
Yes.
That's right, there was some dwarven brandy.
Yeah, let's get on it.
I'll come strolling in from the night.
Oh yeah. Smell
Yeah.
it on the wind,
Yeah.
like in those cartoons when they have bacon, and you're
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The brandy. Let me find.
Oh shit!
Oh, man.
The brandy is poisoned. You all
Check it.
die.
Check,
Oh.
I checked
You
brandy for traps.
you suffer.
Paranoid enough as it is, it better not be poison.
Okay. So, a small cask filled with an exceptional dwarven brandy, which the goblins overlooked because of its size. The cask contains the equivalent of 20 glasses. You all have a little glass, a little bit of brandy. You all regain 1 hit point.
Hey.
Well, this is a long rest, isn't it?
So yeah, basically it doesn't matter.
Basically,
But yeah, so
Okay.
if you could please, it's got 20 portions basically. Each one that you have will so yeah, you've just had presumably 4
shots.
4 shots. So that's a hit point each. Are you going to have
Cool.
another shot?
Nah,
Yeah. Oh, what do you mean?
We're going to save it for later, aren't we?
Unexpected
I'd say that it is
Yeah.
quite old.
just starting to feel better,
and
really.
exceptionally, it is very strong.
Savor it. No, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
expecting to go
let's-
watch later as well.
I'm
That-
just
if-
sipping this.
If we run the
That could
potions
fucking-
and all of that shit.
Yeah, that could really help
I
someone.
don't know.
To be fair, it's basically it's
Well,
only
I
1
don't
hit
know,
point.
yeah.
But if someone goes unconscious, chuck the brandy in their neck.
Yeah.
That's a hit point, and
Yeah.
that brings them
I'll,
back.
I'll keep a note of the hit
But
we
for all
need
we
points
know,
left.
we'll have another shot. We'll actually gain hit points.
Do we need to give any to Gundren? Is that
Is he
Worth
all
it.
right?
So with Gundren, he's just he can't walk. He's just knackered. He's
He's had a potion, hasn't he, already? As well?
He had lay on hands. So when Scapes tried to lay on hands to him, he had 4. Mechanically, he had 4 points of healing left that he could give, but his Gundren, his body wouldn't accept any more than 2. So it's like 2's his maximum hit points.
okay.
So mechanically, hit points wise, yeah, he's kind of at full, but it's the exhaustion affects everything else.
okay? Might waste it on him then.
I mean, maybe he might like a glass. Dwarven
Nah, fuck
brandy.
him. Oh,
I'm not begrudging anyone drinking the whole
No,
lot.
let's
Just-
give
No.
him
just
it
going militant
because I've
on
got just got one of those feelings. I'll knock another hit point off this.
Well, Liam Neeson, let me find my channel, my inner Liam. What's his name again? Liam Neeson. And he's like, oh, thank you, friend. It's lovely. Tastes just like my grandma used to make. Used to give me when I was a wee pup. Supping at the tit. Shot of brandy.
Yeah, that's it.
This
Oh,
is it.
brand.
She had brandy tits.
That's where dwarven brandy comes from. Grandma's bosom.
Grandma's tit.
Canon. That's canon.
There we go. Cool. Anything else you want to do in the nighttime, or can we montage on?
Montage.
Cool, excellent. Okay. So you sleep through the night. Morning comes round. You've got like a day or so's travel from where you are. You're going across country, so over here. You can do it just about in a day from where you are. You'll be approaching Phandalin towards night. of the evening.
Do it.
If you go straight the way through, breaking, stopping for a couple of breaks, and just to keep the podcast moving, nothing exciting is going to happen.
Excellent.
Okay. Phandalin.
Luke, just to clarify some stuff.
Oh, yes. Go for it.
Sorry.
Go.
Just a quick one. Spells.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to switch spells out. That's on a long rest, I believe, so I can switch and trade my spells around as a druid.
I'm fairly certain with a druid. Yeah. So when you do you prepare spells? Let's double check.
I kind of have.
I think you do. Let me double check. Some classes don't. Some do.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
Well, this could be a cool little moment if I don't have to prepare them and I can just dip in.
No. You can change your spells. I can't. That's what I'm saying. I can only.
I see. Right.
Right.
It just looks,
Spell casting.
I believe I can.
Spell casting.
Cool, it's a long old bloody paragraph. Preparing and casting spells. So the druid table shows you how many spell slots you have. Yep. Expended spell slots. Yep. You prepare the list of druid spells that are available for you to cast, choosing from the druid spell list. Yeah. So you need to prepare after a long rest.
Crack him. I might switch a couple out.
Change your list of prepared spells when you finish a long rest. With bards, so basically what the confusion comes, we had a conversation a few weeks ago, Lisa, Millicent, about it, is that your cantrips are for life. Like when you get your cantrip, you've always got your cantrips prepared and ready. But with the actual spells, I think you pick them, don't you, when you level up with the bards. So again,
it's more to do with the known. So if I
yes,
have
that's right, they're known.
I can't then on a long rest prepare a different 2 cantrips from that list.
No, that's right. So with bards, yeah, you're right. You've learned them. So you have learned to untangle and reshape the fabric of reality in harmony with your wishes and music. Your spells are part of your vast repertoire, magic that you can tune to different situations. Cantrips, you just know them. I think that's the same with every class. You've got your cantrips done. Boom. And then spell slots, yes. Spells known. So this is at first level, for first level spells of your choice from the bard list, and then spells known column of the bards table shows you when you learn more bard spells. So you don't have a massive list and you can pick them every day. When you level up, you choose what spells you want, and that's what you've got. And then every time you level up, you might get a couple of extra spells, but also when you level up, if you've got one spell that's crap or you haven't used, you can choose to change that one spell that you can change one spell for something new. Otherwise, your spells are permanent. That's right.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay. And during your long rest, whilst you haven't got it prepared, because I didn't warn you that it was going to happen, you all level up.
Whoa.
Yay.
Yes.
Oh, I'm happy. Yay.
Pock can swim.
That's it. Yeah. So I didn't warn you. I've kept you up to date with how your XP is sporadically throughout the process of this. And last time I told you, I think you were about 500 away from leveling up. So since then, you've done the weird tentacle creature. You've done an extra couple of goblins. You've rescued Sildar. That's a bit of XP, and you got some for the owlbear. And you've also done the trap and puzzle on that door as well. So you've got enough now, definitely, to level up. But I didn't tell you to do it in preparation for tonight. As I said, I've done fuck all this week, so I do apologise. I haven't got that. Didn't give you the notice for it. So if you want to all. I don't need to know what it is, but if you just want to roll your HP, add that on in the background.
Oh my God.
Just how do I do that? I've not done that yet.
On your character list and with your HP, it will tell where your hit dice are. It tells you how much you get to add. So it's different for every class. So your hit dice is
3 times 1d8.
So when you level up, you will roll. You have the choice of either taking the average, which is half. So if you've got a d8, you can just take 4, or you can gamble. And you can roll. And you add that to your maximum.
Can I ask you about
plus your constitution modifier. So you roll. So your dice plus your constitution modifier, and then you add that to your maximum HP. Sorry, Scapes, what you're saying?
Sorry. So basically, it's saying here that I've got my hit die is 4d10.
Yes, so that's when you're resting. So your hit dice is a d10. So again, you can take the average of 5, or you can roll a d10, and don't forget to add on your Constitution modifier.
What onto the overall score of that?
Yeah, whatever you roll.
Okay, Constitution modifier.
Crack in.
Sorry, so mine says 1 times 1d8 plus 2 hit dice.
Right, so where it says hit dice, it will say 3 times. So that's what you use when you short rest. When you short rest, you've got throughout a 24-hour period, you've got at level 3, you've got 3 of those dice. Yeah, and now with your 4th level, you'll actually have 4 of those dice to use in your short rest.
Roll.
But when you level up, you just roll 1 dice and you add that to your HP plus your Constitution modifier. That does mean if your Constitution is a minus, then you do minus as well. Lekimekon, they are now level 4.
Yay.
1d8.
Jesus, that done all right then.
Now, instead of an ability score improvement, I might take a feat. But I'll work that out.
Yeah, so let's not worry about that other stuff. You're right, at 4th level, you're probably going to get ability score improvement. You can also not do that, forgo that, and take a feat. You're going to get possibly some other class stuff. Like I said, I haven't warned you this was coming. I don't want to waste podcast time on leveling everyone up, because that'll just be us done for the night. Not a whole lot is going to happen in the next 20 minutes before we finish, so you can do that.
So later. Because I was at full hit points, so I didn't. Can I now roll to reach my maximum hit points?
Correct. Yeah, you will be at maximum HP because you've long rested, but whatever that is, with the new total. Cool. Yeah.
Sweet, perfect.
Let's go. I'm up to 34 now. Then that's pretty good.
Yeah, I landed a 30. Whoa, fucking chuff with that.
27 for me.
You're gonna need it.
Yeah.
Well, I've now got a total of 28.
Shit.
Awesome.
How is it possible that our tank has got like the least amount of hit points?
I know.
Well, he doesn't need all the hit points, does he?
This is it. It doesn't get hit.
No.
Yeah. So you got full HP at your new level, and you can sort all the rest out between now and next week.
Yeah.
Okay, so you approach Phandalin. It is dusk. The sun is setting. And it's been a while since we've been here now, isn't it? Bloody hell. So in case we've picked up any new listeners who haven't listened to the previous episodes, let's have a look. So you're travelling down south from where you are from the woods, and you come down, and eventually the rutty track emerges from a wooded hillside, and you catch your first glimpse of Phandalin. Second, technically, because you've been here before. The town consists of 40 or 50 simple log buildings, and some are built on old fieldstone foundations, more old ruins, crumbling stone walls covered in ivy and briars kind of scatter around the outskirts, surround all the newer houses and shops in the middle, showing how this must have been a much larger town in centuries past. Most of the newer buildings are set on the sides of the cart track, which widens into a muddy main street of sorts as it climbs toward a ruined manor house on a hillside at the east side of town. And it's kind of said its business is closing. If you remember rightly, as you come in from the north there and you serve down, you've got a pathway leads off to your right, which would be west, which would lead you to the Edermath orchard and farm, which is where you hired the horses from that you're going to have to return at some point. Also, just past that is Barthen's Provisions, and you can just see the boys outside Barthen's Provisions sweeping up, getting ready to close for the night. Very reminiscent of what happened to you 3 or 4 days ago when you arrived here last. It's pretty much the same time of day. You're going to go straight into the centre of town.
Are we trying to not be seen, aren't we?
Yeah, we don't want to.
We
don't want to bump into anyone that might.
We want to avoid anywhere Sildar might be. So can we skirt around past behind the lion shield up to Sister Garaele's?
So as you go down the main path into the centre of the town, you will go past Barthen's Provisions, you'll go past the smithy, and then as you get into the main square where the shrine is, where Sister Garaele, where you, assuming that you've not met her, where you've heard of her, people have said that she's been missing from town.
Shit.
But that is directly opposite the Stonehill Inn, which is where you were staying and where also Sildar was staying. The Townmaster's Hall is then past that, if you look at the map there. So the Townmaster's Hall is down here, which is where he's working out of. The Stonehill Inn is where he's sleeping. Shrine of Luck right next to that in the main square. As I say, you've got
I'm gonna
this way for the horses. Right.
Yeah, can we not take this route to get to, and then maybe sneak Gundren through the houses?
You can search on. You see here again. There's a green just next to, just to the left or the west of the main square. There's a massive green where kids were during the day. You would have seen kids running around, playing games and things like that as well. So you can just from where his farm is, you can just cut across there and go to the shrine. Like I say, whether or not she'll be there though is another matter entirely.
Who's the sneakiest of us?
That'd be me.
I've got Pass Without a Trace. If you want
yeah, you could do that.
Well, wouldn't it?
Stay within 30 feet of you though. I'm considering sending her in to just have a scope out, find her first. Maybe you can bring her to us.
Yeah, my stealth's +3, so yeah. So I'm heading down to Sister Garaele's to see if I can
find her.
Slip in there.
So back in 2 seconds, guys.
No worries.
What are we waiting for?
I don't know. Sean's just disappeared.
No, he's just, he said he's buggering off for a minute.
Yeah. So we can just wait for him and then just edit out the silence when it comes to the podcast. In the chat though, we've got. I haven't really interacted with the chat again tonight too much. I do apologise, but as I said, we've got everyone in there. 13 viewers at the moment. Hello everybody. I believe I saw a guy earlier on who is the. I don't know how you would pronounce this. EDLCLAC. I believe it's the Hala Master's Compass or something. We was following us right at the very beginning when we first started off, and he's got like a Kickstarter going with his own campaign guides and everything as well. So brilliant is here. The Rigonaut is as well. Is in our Discord. We've been chatting on and off for about the past week. So great that he's in here. Psych, Lecky Macon, Almighty Maggot joined in the second half, which is great. Hi. Don't know if they're still with us or not. I was just reading through here, so there was some talk about the leveling up stuff, but what were they saying? Loads of talk about Marvel and DC. Okay, here we go. So Psych says level up restores HP. No, they had a long rest. At least that's what DM said. Yeah, so they had a long rest and they leveled up during the long rest. So when you long rest, you get your full HP back, but they've also leveled up, which means they've now got a higher base maximum HP. So they're going to have full HP at the new level 4 HP. Lekimon says the gained HP from the hit dice are added to the current HP. So it's a long rest, so they get maximum HP, as I said. I think there's just some confusion as to what we were actually doing. There we go. That's why. There we go. And he, so Halaster's, or how it's pronounced, sorry, I do apologise. He's still with us. He just says, hola. So he's there. Hello, Sean. You can edit all of that out of the podcast. We were silent for a little bit, and then was like, there's people watching. Let's talk to them. So.
Okay, sorry.
That's all right.
Emergency wee break.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so you're going to go down to the to see Daran Edermath, and give him the horses back, and then try and sneak round to the shrine. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the plan. Yeah.
Okay.
Do we want anything spell wise to make us not noticeable, or other? I'm worried Gundren's going to be seen.
Hired right now.
No, I have. No, all right.
I'm only saying because I thought Pass Without a Trace was you have to stay within 30 feet of you.
Yeah,
Unless you both want to go up ahead.
No, fuck it. No, because it's
cool.
It's just a waste if she's not there, considering we're not really in any trouble.
Let's see what our sneaky rogue can do.
Yeah.
So where are you heading?
Are we
dropping
the horses off? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll stay back here and we'll send
so
up there.
So you head down to Daran Edermath's orchard. As I said, it's late evening, or sort of early late evening. So when you approach down here, it's all shut up. You can see some lights on in the houses, but as you approach, you see a figure by the window, and out pops your friends from before, Daran Edermath. I can't remember if I cast him as a.
I think he was Cornish.
Was he? I can't remember. I can't remember if I cast an actor as him or not. I don't remember, but
I think he was from Marrakesh.
From Marrakesh. Don't even get me started. That's not going to happen at all. It was just a bubbling old posh adventurer. Here we are.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. It was friends.
Order of the Gauntlet.
Your return. Early as well. I was not expecting you for another couple of days. Well met. Did you find that read-off fellow?
we did. Golly.
Very strange kind of guy.
Druids. All druids are very, very strange. No, present company.
I turn into a wolf.
Accepted, of course. See, is what I mean. And my horses back in one piece. Excellent. Yes. Well,
we left that 50 gold back then. Cheers, mate.
Yes, of course, your deposit. Well, I'm very pleased. Of course, you can have that back. I was all done for the evening, but of course, where business never sleeps. Let's just see. We'll just get them all unsaddled and back in the barn over there. Give them some feed, and then I'll get your money for your pip. Post haste.
That was like an ex-RAF dude.
I'm an ex-adventurer, don't you know?
Yeah, you have said.
His arm with my knife.
Nice idea.
So you have a new companion.
No,
I don't believe
don't worry.
Can't really remember what happened because it was actually like 8 weeks ago when we had this conversation, but you were asking everybody in town about Gundren, so I'm going to assume that you asked me about Gundren. Is this Gundren fellow?
I cast Charm Person on him.
Okay. Read the description, please.
You attempt to charm a humanoid you can see within range. Makes a wisdom saving throw and does so with advantage if you're fighting him. If he fails a saving throw, it's charmed by you until the spell ends, or you try and do any harm to it.
Okay.
It regards you as an acquaintance, which it kind of does. When the spell ends, the creature knows it's been charmed. It's for an hour.
All right, give me a second.
I'm not sure this is working the way I want it to work, but
well, I don't think it's a bad idea to be able to say, "Look, can you not tell anyone we've arrived for an hour?"
Yeah, to be
probably
could have done it without the spell, but you've done it now. What was
We're sleeping.
What was your saving throw? What was the DC?
It's a DC
13. That's fine.
13.
He failed. He failed. So that's fine. He's like, Pock! Oh, my best friend. Sorry, I didn't recognize you at first. My good man. Oh, you must come in for some tea and drinks, yes?
Oh, look, we're very busy. I just I thought I'd correct you because I know it's very embarrassing being wrong, but no, this isn't Gundren. No, this is a guy called Alfred we met on our travels. He does look a bit, but it's not.
A friend of Pock is a friend of mine, of course.
Yes. But maybe don't mention we've got anyone with us.
Or whatever it is they say in Elvish. Please do. You must stay the night, Pock. What tales we must. I need to hear all about your adventures.
I don't suppose we could, if we need a place to stay, we could stay at your house. Is that okay?
Well, of course, absolutely.
Excellent.
Yes,
lovely.
As the elves say. As I said, those elves. 'Cause the elves are Spanish, apparently.
That's great.
Mi casa, su casa.
So that'd be great if you could put us up for the night. That'd be great. And don't tell anyone we're here. We want to surprise a friend, so
of
we
course.
don't let anyone know.
Absolutely, we'll have a surprise party, and we could all just jump out and say surprise.
We could, but just I really need to stress this. Just us. Oh, I should have. Just us. We're the only ones invited to the party. Just want to clarify that very clearly, that there is no party. And it's just us. And just don't tell anyone we're here, because it's a secret, but we'll let you know in due course.
Course. Absolutely.
And while we're at it, you said you needed some extra horse, so we bought them back. If you've got that 100 gold you said you would give us for the horses.
100?
Yeah, you did say that before. You said if we were to find some extra horses for you, you'd give us 100 gold.
Well, can you make me a because this is a lie, all right, so I need a deception, but because he's charmed, I'll give you advantage.
Wow.
Excellent.
You are charming.
Natural 20.
Yeah, of course. Silly me, yes, absolutely. When we go in the house, we'll must have a glass of well, this is an orchard, so we'll knock out some of the special brew. I've got the perfect vintage here of mead. I don't know, whatever.
Vintage mead.
Vintage mead. Yes.
Lovely.
It's from, what is it? The year. What do they call it with wine? Where they're like in a certain year.
It is a vintage, isn't it?
Yeah. Or 1432. Fantastic. I've been keeping it just for this kind of special occasion. Yes, I've been keeping this bottled up for 50 years, but because you're my best friend, we're going to pop it tonight.
Let's all go in for an hour while we figure out the next bit.
Are we going into his house?
How long does this spell last?
It's an hour.
An hour. Okay, can you read the full description for me?
Yes. You charm a humanoid you see within range. It must make a wisdom saving throw with advantage if you're fighting it. If it fails a saving throw, it is charmed by you until the spell ends, or until you or your companions do anything harmful to it. Mm-hmm. The charmed creature regards you as a friendly acquaintance. When the spell ends, the creature knows it has been charmed by you.
Wow, that's interesting.
It was a silly plan that went a bit wonky. We need to be out within the hour because I've just basically stolen 100 gold from him.
We'll be back.
We'll be back this evening.
Come in. Yeah, so we'll we've got.
Let's get out the way and let Burr do his thing for a bit, and then we'll fuck off within the hour.
Okay. So he's going to take you in. And
oh shit!
You said coming in. You want to stay? He said he's invited you. In. Are you going in? Are you going to refuse his hospitality after you've asked for it?
Well, we'll go in for now because we want to be out the way while Burr making sneaks, right?
Go in without
your friend Alfred doesn't look too spickety. Perhaps we should get him to lay down. You need to speak to. I know. Would you like me to go get Sister Garaele? She's back in town. Doesn't look too good for herself at the moment, but I'm sure she'll be more than helpful.
Yeah, shapeshifter.
Option.
Is she at home?
I mean, she might be. She's probably just. If she's not at the shrine, she'll be in her house, which is just right next door to it, coincidentally.
Do you want to go, Burr? Or should we let our good friend go?
I'm more than happy. Make yourself at home, and I'll go get her. Don't you? You've had a long, weary travel to Thundertree and back.
Anyone?
I mean, we're going to let him.
We're going to let him go and get the guards or whatever, or get the enemies. I think so.
I think Burr should go.
I'm going with him.
He is charmed for an hour.
Yeah, he's on your side for an hour.
Okay.
Don't trust him.
Oh, maybe.
Scapes don't trust no one.
I'm going to go with him.
Yeah. Take it.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Yes, absolutely. But Daran, we met before. Was it
Bollock Thrower.
Bollock. That's an interesting name. Bollock Thrower. Yeah. Okay. Well, whatever. Who am I saying? My name's Edermath. Okay. Well, feel free to make yourselves at home. Larder is full with food. There's apples that we grow, and apparently we make mead from them too. But you can help yourself. Bread, a lot, and yes, do. There's plenty of beds upstairs. Maybe take your friend up there to lay down. It looks like he could probably use it.
Perfect.
Okay.
This way then. We'll just cut across the green there is the quickest way, I suppose. So, tell me about your travels then, young Burr. I mean, I had an adventure or two back in my day, don't you know? I'd love to hear all about your travel.
Yeah, we've had a few.
Anything exciting happen up in Thundertree?
Yeah, there was those ash zombies up there still. They're knocking around.
They're still there. Well, I would have thought they would have either wandered off or deteriorated by now. Huh.
No, they're still going, causing problems. There's a dragon floating around up there that old Radolf's waiting for.
A dragon, you say? Wow. Oh,
yeah,
scary.
We didn't stick around. We didn't want to have any dealings with that.
That is troubling news. I mean, we're only a few days from there. A dragon in the area could mean terrible things for the town. Perhaps somebody may need to take care of that soon. Is it Radolf was investigating, was he? Wow.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be back with word of what's going on with that soon.
Interesting.
And he might need an adventurer to go and help him, so he might be knocking at your door.
Well, my adventuring days are long over, ever since I took an arrow in the knee.
Sorry.
What was that in character?
Arrow to the knee.
Anyway, here we are. There she is. This is the shrine here. It's her house there. And yeah, so it appears that this... let's have a look here. It's not here, but we'll just go and have a knock on her door. Yeah. Come in.
Yeah.
Okay. Sister Garaele, sorry to bother you such late in the evening. The door opens. And before you'll see an elf. Okay, let's just give me a second to check. Yes, so a young elf in kind of long flowing kind of robes. Looks a bit like it's got like flowers kind of braided in her hair and stuff like that, but she doesn't look too great herself, to be honest. She's covered in bruises, scratches on her neck and face and arms, all sorts. As she opens the door, it's like, Daran, how can I help you at such a late time in the evening? Oh, I am terribly sorry, but we are in need of your assistance. My friend Burr, he has a friend. He's a friend of my friend, my best friend Pock, and their friend's not looking too good for himself. And well, I thought that maybe you could come and have a look and see if you could put some of your divine healing powers and some use here as a favor, personal favor for me. I mean, sure, it's a bit late for a house call, but I suppose for you, are you feeling quite well? Have you been at your own supply again, Daran? Garaele, you know me all far too well. Anyway, yeah, please come this way. Burr, and just stand there, and he slaps you on the back. Introduce yourself, because the DM hates role-playing with himself. You should know this by now.
I've been waiting for it.
All right, Garaele, I'm a bolt thrower. You're very, very friendly, kind of short and sexy. Dwarf.
Well, the pleasure is mine, I'm sure. My name is Sister Garaele, as our mutual friend has just informed you. So, what seems to be the matter with your friend?
Well, we've had a bit of trouble with some locals, and we've had it's a long story, put it that way.
Nothing too nefarious, I hope. Just let me just grab my things and we can talk and walk. And she just closes the door, pops back inside. About 30 seconds later, she opens the door again. She's got like a satchel over with her and stuff like that. So, up to your place, is it, Daran? Yeah. Oh, yes. Good. Sorry, Burr. You were saying your friends got you ran into some trouble.
Yeah, we've had a bit of trouble.
You're not Wait, you're not part of the adventuring troupe that was through here not too long ago. Just a few. I heard whilst I was gone that some group of travellers came in,
ran
off all of the red brands, and then just was that you?
No, I don't know nothing about that.
Ah, well, shame. I sure would love to give my thanks to them.
Yeah.
So tell me, what happened to your friend?
Well, he just got into a bit of a barroom brawl and got a bit of a duffing up.
Not at Toblin's place. I mean, as I was saying, since the red brands have gone, the old rubbish, the sleeping giant, that's all empty. They've done it. Whoever was left in there, they've all run away. The only working in the town is the Stone Hill. I'm sure there was no brawl in there. Toblin keeps a tight
it wasn't a brawl. It was just a bit of a kicking in.
At the inn?
Not at the inn.
Kicking in, he said.
Kicking in.
Well, where did this happen?
Just in the street. He was walking around.
Street? Are those red brands back? Ah, terrible. Well, perhaps, okay. Oh. Someone kicked... Oh, right. Well, just lead the way.
If you don't mind me asking, Sister Garaele.
Of course.
You don't look too tasty yourself at the moment.
No, unfortunately. Well, I too like to go on my own little adventures sometimes, and well, this one, it was not as fruititious, whatever the phrase is, as I would have liked, and unfortunately, it appears that I underestimated my own abilities, but I am still here, at least.
By the way, when I cut whatever his name is, did I see what colour his blood was?
Who did you cut?
The guy that he charmed.
Oh, I didn't realise you had done that.
He slipped in and nicked him.
Yeah, I nicked him on the arm. I went, oh, sorry.
Oh,
like
I didn't hear you say that, so I'll let it slide. Yeah, red blood. Blood is red. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Off to the house then, I guess.
So is she looking at? So she's taking care of him, yeah.
Yeah. So you're right back at the house, and
so she's been telling. She's just had some adventures herself, and she got a little bit.
Yes,
was we there? Sorry, I didn't know whether I could talk or not.
I went to see a man about a book, I suppose, and well, they weren't best placed to see me, but that's none of your concern, young man. Anyway, that's okay. So yes, here we are. There's your house. I see you have other guests here as well, Daran. Yes, I did. My good friend Pock, my best friend Pock. Well, it's strange.
Hello.
I've never heard you mention anybody called Pock before. Pleased to meet you, sir.
Yes, lovely to meet you, Sister Garaele. Yeah, we've frequented the town just a couple of times, and unfortunately, a bit of a whoopsie happened to our friend, Derek, and yes.
Thought you said his name was Alfred.
Sorry, that's his. Yeah, we call him Derek. He's close friends.
That's just like you, Pock.
Oh, I know, silly me. Hey, Sister Garaele, we've heard much about what you can do. Do you think you could help our friend?
Let's have a look at him. Let's see.
Can I cut her too?
Can you do what?
But before you do that, we would like some of your blood.
Excuse me?
No, I mean, no, that didn't happen. That didn't happen.
Can I just take some of her blood? I'm just gonna go whoopsie and accidentally cut her as well.
You're going to need to make a roll for it. So I would have made you roll for it last time.
Okay, go on. What do you want me to roll?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, probably an attack roll, to be honest. But I mean, I suppose you could try and pass it off as a sleight of hand.
Well, how about a performance?
No.
All right, go on then.
Sleight of hand, good shot.
I mean, you're bearing in mind that if this goes badly, I'm just going to double check. Like,
18.
Are you sure? Because like, if this goes badly, I'm going to roll against that. If this goes badly, this could end in
disaster.
Yeah. The thing is, Scapes is having a really bad problem with paranoia at the moment. So,
okay. Let's take it a different way then. Am I noticing that he's about to try and do this?
Very possibly. Yeah.
A little bit wild around the eyes as well. I'm looking around the room pretty like.
Yeah, he's not been like clever really since he walked off. So can I detect?
I mean, yeah, some kind of perception or
I would like to try
insight into how he's feeling. Yeah.
I'll kill you.
Perception was 14. Insight, I think the same. Yeah, no, insight's worse. 13.
So what is it exactly that you're trying to see? I mean, really, like, this is player on player stuff. So, like, I can adjudicate, but like, I kind of feel like.
Well, I would say that I didn't like if that was his sleight of hand roll. I didn't notice.
Yeah, he did roll an 18 on the sleight of hand, so you probably wouldn't have noticed anything.
But as it kind of transpires, if he does manage to hurt her, and she's like, "Oh, it was an accident," fine, then I'll leave it. But if it wasn't, and she gets the ump, I will drag him out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Yeah.
something.
All right. Oh, Butterfingers.
But like, explain to me how this in your mind's eye, how this is working.
My mind's eye or Millicent's mind eye?
Yours, I think.
No, yours. Yeah. Like, what do you expect? Like, so you're like, whoopsie, but exactly like,
just put the knife away.
What Scapes is doing.
I'm in this room. I'm leaning against just next to the door frame where the door comes in. I'm leaning just against it, just behind the door, and I'm peeling an apple. I'm paring an apple with a little kind of knife from my pocket, and just eating little bits of the apple, looking around the room nervously, a little bit of sweat beading on my scalp. And the door opens, and I recognise the first person who comes in. I'm like, oh, that's all right. Carry on eating my apple. Next person who comes in looks a little bit suspicious, a little kind of elf woman. And I'm just like peeling my apple, and I accidentally, oops, like that, and stab her in the side of the arm. I was going to say in the throat, but that's not, yeah.
Can I have an attack roll?
What with?
Well, your dagger, I suppose, your knife.
Oh, well, actually, I haven't got one.
I will allow you to have a dagger. It'll be your same modifiers as it is for a sword. You'll just
+5.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
Roll.
What we want to happen is that he misses.
3.
Hey.
Okay. So that'll be an 8 with your +5. So yeah, you're like, whoopsie, you
stab her.
sit forward and you pass it off with that 18 sleight of hand as an accident, and she manages just to kind of like dodge it and be like, oh, easy there. That's okay. Are you all right? Maybe you should sit down. I can have a look over you as well.
I'll sit down when I'm good and ready.
One thing that we're just going to throw out there, if Scapes is feeling really paranoid, these people have been gone for 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. How can you be so sure that Burr isn't a doppelganger?
Burr, I'll just go, Burr. I'll just mouth at him. Password.
Hope now.
Who's the what now?
Who's what now?
All right.
That password's wrong. So I'm going to stab her in the. No.
Is it
Roll initiative.
No,
one a toe, isn't it? Yeah.
She's got such a bad memory, he doesn't know.
Like, oh, that's all right. Then. He said the password, so it's fine.
He's all
Yeah, if
right.
you got it right, then suspicions arise.
Yeah, he said the wrong thing. Though.
He did say the wrong thing. Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Oh my god, what am I going to do?
I realised that I've said the wrong thing, and I cut my hand and go, actually, look, I bleed red.
Are you sure? Because I'm about to jump on you, Strat, and shake you.
Sister Garaele, did I brush over this whole incident?
Yes.
If you would be as kind, we had a few errands to run in town. Would you mind just looking over our friend Derek? Just bring him. Do what you can to him if you could do anything.
Derek. Yes. Okay. Let's have a look here. Let's see. She looks over him, and she does some incantations, and which apparently is Spanish because she's an elf. I don't know why, but and kind of prays a little bit. Where she's a cleric, and she's doing burning some incest and burning some incest. You know, she did.
Always burning the incest.
Oh, mate, always. And and she's like, oh, I see. Well, your friend is almost dead. You say that he just had a kicking in the street. Well, we must go to Harbin Wester and let him know if.
So the thing is, Harbin Wester sent us on a mission to get rid of some orcs in the outside of the town. You could see the posters on the door.
Yes.
They were, in fact, the ones that did harm our friend Derek. We didn't want to say too much because it's our business and Harbin's business. Obviously, we didn't do that well, so we want to break the news to Harbin Wester about the failed mission. So we would like it if you didn't go and speak to him, and if we could just deal with him as much as we can. And we'll take care of the rest.
Okay, so you're gonna need a deception, and possibly a persuade, because I see you're trying to persuade her, but you've also done it through lying. So I think it's definitely one of them.
What do you want?
Are you proficient in either of them?
What was that? Perception and deception.
Persuasion and deception.
No, they're both just a
It doesn't
shitty
matter.
+1.
Yeah, so just give me a roll.
Can I, as he's waxing lyrical, I will try and interject with some confirming facts to support his story and inspire him. So he's got a D6 if he needs it.
Yes, I do.
Oh.
So that was a 9 on the 20.
Plus the 1 for a 10.
Plus the 1 for a 10. Plus a 5 for a 15.
15.
Ooh, that's tasty.
I just turn over, look at Millicent, and go.
So I rolled an insight to see if she noticed Millicent doing bardic inspiration, and then I rolled another dice to see if she believed your lie. I said, "Oh, of course. Oh, well, yes, I've seen the posters around. So, okay. Well, he looks as though he's lucky to be alive. Certainly, yes, this is within my expertise. He's going to need several days of round-the-clock care before he is in any fit state to go anywhere with you again. But as much as Daran, considers you his friend, best friend.
Yeah, for only that.
Unfortunately, these are troubling times, and my services are not free.
Oh, we can pay.
We can pay.
Whoa. Whoa.
Suddenly not paranoid anymore.
Yeah.
Don't worry. He's just give us 100.
How's about?
That's a good point.
You scratch my back, and I'll scratch your back.
All right, I'll start to scratch her back.
You see,
knife.
Just to see if she bleeds.
As I was explaining,
He's scratching really hard.
With my gauntlets.
as I was explaining to
Sorry.
your friend Burr on the way over here, I recently did go out and to find some information, and unfortunately I was not successful and was lucky to be able to return myself. As you can see, I have seen better days. My wounds were healed, don't you worry, but if you could do something for me, it's just a simple errand. I just need some information. If you could find something out for me, let me know what I need to know, and then that's all I ask. And in the meantime, by the time you get there and back, your friend will be right as rain. Interested?
Yeah, absolutely. What is it you need to find out?
I need you to travel up the tribal trail to Coneyberry. There,
Anyway, guys.
there you will find an old path that will lead you into the Neverwinter Woods, where you are looking for let's call her a lady called Agatha. When you find Agatha, she can be a bit temperamental, rumour has it. I would warn you to be polite at all costs and play to her what's the word? Sorry.
Tune.
Yes, I suppose. All I need you to do is ask her about a book. As I said, I was talking to a man about a book. It's a very particular book written by a name called Bow Gentle. All I need to know, all I'm asking for, is if she knows where this Bow Gentle's book is. If you can then find this information and bring it back to me. Like I say, your friend will be right as rain by the time you get back. It's a simple quest. And here, take this. I have something that will help you as well. I'll get it for you in the morning. You don't want to be going tonight. It's late. But supposedly legend has it with Agatha that she's quite vain. And if you present her with a tribute, with a gift, and she deems it acceptable, then she will answer any question that's asked of her. And all you need to do is ask her about this book.
So you're going to give us the gift to...
Absolutely, yes.
Can I ask what the gift is?
Yes, it's a comb, a jeweled silver comb. I'll get it for you in the morning. As I say, all you need to do is persuade the creature, Agatha, to tell you what it is that she knows about the location of the book belonging to Bowgentle. As I say, play to her vanity. That's what I was searching for earlier on. And ask her the question, and hopefully she will give you the answer.
Well, Burr's the sweet talker, so...
Yeah.
Would anybody like to roll a history?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
I'm going to ask to do something.
History.
15 for me.
Anything else?
Yeah, 15.
20. Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Yeah, boy.
Nice. What's your
Okay.
modifier on that?
1 + 1.
21. Nice. So
Oh no, sorry, no, it's 20. Sorry.
it's just straight 20. That's so fine.
Yeah,
so
it's
20 is still would be considered a hard success. So that's fantastic. So Nat 20, lovely. Coneyberry, Agatha, where you've heard all of this before, God knows. But you have heard of some kind of spirit in the history books that used to guard over Coneyberry. The people of Coneyberry used to kind of revere it as almost like a godlike being, and they would pay tribute to Agatha, and Agatha would keep the town protected against kind of like not like invasions or anything, but protect them against things like all the monsters that live in the woods and stuff. The interesting thing is that she's not a god, and she's not a wood spirit. She's actually a banshee.
But a banshee.
And that's about all time we've got. Blah, 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 blah. That's about all we've got time for this week. Please.
Can I do one more thing? Because I just want to make sure I don't forget to do it next week. I'm just going to put the extra 100 gold that I lied about just on the side table.
With a note saying sorry.
Yeah, it's just going to be there. So if he questions anything, the 100 gold isn't in my hands or pockets. It's on his cabinet. Thank you, DM.
Sorry, Millicent, did you have anything you wanted to double check before we call it a night?
No.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for tuning in to another thrilling, exciting episode of the D&D show. Find out what happens next week.
So much cool shit happened.
Love you all. Thanks for joining us. Stream guys, you are all fan-fucking-tastic. Love you all. Thanks for joining in. In the podcast, we'll tune in next week. Otherwise, ciao for now.
For now.